All right, let's see. Wuthering boot. Got my throwing system ready. Got my model ready. I think that's everything. It's a nice, cool 70 degrees today, so you know what that means. I get to stream and actually do stuff. It's been a minute. But welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. Hopefully, all of you are doing well. I've been enjoying my break before you ask. Just been trying to enjoy the summer, you know, despite the heat, despite all that stuff. Um, my inability to stream. I want to stream more. I want to do stuff, but you know what? The break is nice, and I feel like I kind of needed it. And the heat is a good excuse to rationalize me being on break. And like I keep thinking to myself, I'm being lazy, but at the same time, you know, like sitting in a 90-degree tiny little room working, not good for my health. So it's good for me to get out and do stuff for a season, you know, before I lock the hell in when fall runs around. Like I know that I'm gonna be so busy next 3 seasons once it cools down. I grind for like 3/4 of the year, so it's okay for me to take a break for a little while. You know, my family was even inviting me to go do uh like a trip to Idaho because we like to go there during the summers. We have like a family cabin. It's pretty cool. Um so we usually visit. I wanted to do that, but I didn't because they want to have like I think it was like 12 people there. I'm like that's way too many people for a singular like cabin trip, you know? That's so many freaking people. I just can't. I can't be bothered to be locked up in a cabin with that many. And it's not like any of those family members. I don't like any of them. No, I love that side of my family. But like God, I just I don't want to spend like a couple of weeks out away from home, unable to do all of my video games and stuff, cooped up with that many of my family members and like doing physical activities and stuff. I just don't. My cabin fever would be insane. So yeah, I just would rather not. I would love a vacation to Idaho though. That's the sad part. Like if it wasn't just like so many people, I probably would have gone. I could use it. I could use a nice vacation away from home. But it is what it is. Maybe I'll get the chance to go somewhere. Let's see. I've got Wuthering Waves 3 what are we on? 3.5, I think. Probably 3.5. Let me check the newsletter. Here, I'll also get the game screen up for you. Let's move me back over here. Oh, you can see my my throwing system. Hold on. There it is. Oh, I was hearing myself through my laptop. I was like, what is that? I'm going crazy. Okay. Let me see what we got here. So, as far as I'm aware, Yang Yang got a 5-star variant, and she's Havoc this time. She's got like a sister. She's gonna have a huge story rework, which is interesting to me because it means that we're going back to Huanglong, and I kind of figured we would go back to Huanglong, um, because you know we have Chuan forever, and like we talk about Mingting, we talk about Jinzhou, we talk about other cities in Huanglong, and I'm curious what they're gonna do with that. Are we just going to like kind of add on to 1.0 story, or are we gonna kind of like rewrite some of it? What are they doing with the story? And does this mean that Renesita is or not Renesita? Lahairoi is done. Are we like completely done with Lahairoi? Did it end there? Because I don't think we are. I feel like Lahairoi still has left to be, or has some stuff left over. You know, I think that there's still some things that we need to wrap up before we're completely done. At least that's just my opinion based on where we left off in the story. I think that, like, I don't know. There's just, I feel like there's just emotional beats that were just not hit, you know, with the end of Lahairoi. Lahairoi is a very emotional region. A lot happened there. So much happened. And I feel like every story like that needs some kind of closure behind beyond just the plot points. I'm gonna do these later. Let's just do my dailies while I talk about it. We're gonna do my dailies first, and then we'll get into the story immediately. But I feel like with Lahairoi, even if you finish the plot, I feel like there's still like a bunch of emotional stuff that needs resolution. You know what I mean? I feel like there's still closure for
Look,
for
a
some of these
laser
characters
sword.
that we just completely left. If we're done with Lahairoi,
Pretty cool, right?
I'll be very let down. I will say that. Like I've been raving about Wuwa for a while. I've had nothing to complain about, but I think that the first gripe I have is just Imeth in general. Because holy crap, like the bar they straddled and then completely fell on when they hopped on that. They jumped that bar. They kept hopping hurdles and then they just like completely tripped over one at the very end. I feel like all this emotional like setup they had for Imeth was just completely lost because they didn't take a moment to actually like dig into that, you know? I mean, we went to literally the ends of the universe to bring her back from like non-existence, and we succeeded in doing so, and it was a several month long story. It was the first time we've gotten a character like her in Wuthering Waves. It was the first time in a gacha game has done something like that. So you know, it was this huge setup, and I feel like the payoff needs to meet the expectations, and I just don't think it did. And you didn't even need to try that hard. It's not like you needed to go above and beyond with the payoff. The simple payoff
Eyes
for
on
a
the
for an
horizon.
emotional story like that is simply just an emotional one. Just literally just show us a moment where Imeth and Rover get to dig into that like parental thing, that parent-child relationship that they built up so heavily, and then they just completely abandon. I feel like Rover displays some of that like um mother-daughter connection in some of the interactions, but I don't feel like they really leaned into it, you know? I'm not completely sold on the relationship because Imeth doesn't act towards Rover any differently than she did before, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it doesn't feel the same as what I saw in wherever they were, like the Sonoro, I guess. In her dreams was that space, you know, when we fought the Sigilum, whatever. Whatever that was. Like what we saw throughout her story, I don't see that in the remaining interactions between them. And I feel like that kind of diminishes the emotional hit of like the residual feelings that we have towards that story. I feel like it doesn't hurt as bad, and it doesn't uh it's not as strong as it was before because of the fact that like, you know, she doesn't carry that weight anymore. It's like it just didn't happen. All of her actions don't imply the fact that any of that stuff happened, you know? That's the thing I was afraid of. Like, if
You
you
can
create
count
a
on
story
me.
like that, I do not expect the characters to just automatically be over.
Come on,
You
little
can't
one.
just give me that story and then immediately just like be done with it when the character story is done. Like, we don't just move on from
Please the night.
Herald, purged in light.
you don't just walk away from that as if it didn't happen. Like that doesn't make your characters feel human, you know?
Checked.
The reason why I like characters like Imeth and why I like these emotionally angsty characters is because deep human emotion is a real thing that everyone experiences, and to be able to amplify that through a character of a fictional character and write a story that you actually feel attached to is hard to do. It's extremely difficult to do, and to do it so effectively. Like they made such a good character, and her story was amazing. It was one of the best ones I've played in a while, and I feel like they just like lost that somewhere along the way. You know, I feel like the residual interactions don't show me that any of that means anything to them. You know, and that's sad. I think that her story's still fantastic. I think that like when I play it on my alt account, I'll be able to get like a refresh of those moments, or maybe I'll just rewatch them because I'm half convinced that maybe I just missed something. Maybe I can't. I don't believe it. Part of me doesn't believe it. I feel like maybe I just missed something. Maybe it was there and I just wasn't, paying attention. I don't know. I just in all of the interaction I see that I see between them afterwards, it's awkward because you're expecting them to act a certain way because it's a mother and a daughter. It's a surrogate mother and daughter who went to the ends of the earth for each other. And yet we don't feel that way. They don't feel like that after the fact, you know? I don't see that in the way they talk and act around each other. And then we just completely moved on. Like we got her out of the whatever the dark realm whatever, and then defeated Aleph, and then we just moved on. Like that was exactly the thing that I was afraid of. You know, I was hoping they wouldn't do something like that, and it seems like that's what they did. I don't know. Maybe they elaborate it. Maybe I'm hoping. Like I really don't think it takes very much. Just a single moment, just one little moment to show us that they have that kind of connection. It matters so much. You gotta realize the small things like that do so much. If I go through this heart-wrenching story for 3 months and we do all of this build up, we go to the ends of the universe to save this character that we learn is our daughter, and then we don't see our interactions with them like show that we have that bond. Like that was the selling point that got people so emotional, was the relationship between Rover and Imeth. Not just Imeth's story being like utterly tragic, but just the way that they show that surrogate connection of an adopted family, you know, like just the connection between a parent and a child. It was so realistic. It was so interesting. And then they just completely forgot about it seems. It's like we don't see that in their interactions. We saw it throughout the story, but once the story was done, it's like that whole thing we just forgot about it. Didn't happen. That's the exact thing that like gacha games do the worst at with their stories, is that they will make a character story and then immediately once it's done, they forget all about it, you know? Because they shift their focus to something else and then they just forget to include those little interactions. They're so important. You can't forget stuff like that.
To the Savior's victory.
And I kept saying throughout the rest of Hyrule that if they just don't give us a moment between Imeth and Rover, if we don't get that, then we're not going to get closure for what happened. I don't feel like bringing her back was enough closure. Sure, it solved the obvious problem that Imeth saved now, but we don't see the residual emotional weight, and nobody realistically would walk away from a moment like that without having to talk about it. And part of me is like, you know what? That is so like Rover and Imeth to not talk about it. But like, how does that show me that they've developed at all? If that's the case, if we just say, oh well, they're not very good at talking, they kind of suck at it, and it's kind of who they are. They don't talk about things like this. Well, the whole point of Lahairoi is development as a person. You know, it's personal development. That's what these stories are all about. We get to see them go through something terrible and then walk away from it better and stronger. That's what these stories are about. If we bring her back and now she's just like, oh well, I guess I'm here now. Like, I don't see Imeth living her life. I really think Linnea is a great character. I thought Linnea was like the weakest character of Lahairoi. I said that early on in like around Imeth's story launch. Like I thought that Linnea of the characters, Linnea and Mornier I still feel like it, but Linnea I changed my mind. I feel like Linnea being such a simplistic character is not a problem. I don't feel like that's an issue at all because we see it. Just think about it. Like, she's a student that basically forged her way into the school, and she knew that despite the fact that she forged her way in, that eventually they're going to find out and they're going to send her back to the new Fed, right? Her whole life is going to be completely rewound. She's going
Come
to
on, little one.
get sent back to the place that she escaped from, you know? And she knows that, but it doesn't stop her from living her life at the school. She still did it anyway. And then when she got found out, she accepted that. But Rover was able to help her uh, become part of this, like a, you know, an actual student. And now she gets to live her life as an actual student. She got what she wanted, and we see that in that she spends all of her time just being a student. She literally just does the thing that she always wanted to do. That's it. Is it? She got the life she wants, and now anytime we see Lene, she's a recurring character that is purely there just to show us that she's just living her life. Anytime Lene shows up, all she ever does is not be part of the overarching plot. But I have no issue with that because not every character needs to be important to the story. Some characters are merely there just to make the world feel more alive. I don't feel like she's a plot device. I don't feel like she's uh like like a wasted character. I don't
I'm
feel
gonna
like she's
drink till I
two-dimensional.
reboot.
She's in a weird spot, but a really good one, I feel like, where she's kind of in between the story, but she fight like every time she shows up, I'm happy to see her there because it reminds me, oh yeah, there's people that we helped that are just kind of living their lives. It's cool to see Lene come back from her story and just enjoy the life that she wanted. You know, I don't need her to be important to the story. I don't need her to help us fight. And when we are doing story stuff, she'll talk to us on Waves line and in person when she gets the chance, and tells us how worried she is. She expresses emotions and feelings about, you know, being friends with us because she's a friend. She cares about Rover, and we see that. It's like Lene's the most normal person because she experiences emotions when she needs to. She shows up every now and then just to have fun or to, like, you know, she's not an integral part of the story, but she doesn't need to be. Somehow she is unimportant and yet at the same time a very good character because you don't need to be important. She is in a different way. She's unimportant to the plot, but she's crucial to the world building because she's one of the only characters you see living the life of a student. She's one of the only students that's a playable character. You know, she's one of the only ones that matters. So like it's most important for her and Imith and Sigrica and Denya to live their lives, but we don't see that, you know? In Sigrica's okay, but I don't think she hits Lene's level because she's still integral to the plot. I feel like anytime a character is integral to the plot, they almost they get less emotional investment, you know, outside of the plot. It's like they get an immense amount of focus and dedication when they matter, but the second that the plot is done, they become unimportant, you know? And it's like they don't get to do conclusion or closure for their emotional moments, you know? Like Denya's story, we don't get closure for that. Imith's story, we don't really get closure for that. It's like we built these stories up for months. This is months of waiting, and then all this build up, which they did insanely well, and all they had to do, literally all they had to do, like the story, fantastic. I like how it ended, but I need to see their connection. I need to see that Rover is not walking away from this the exact same way she walked in, because that's how she's been. The point. I'm gonna go on a little mini. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go on a little mini rant. I need a mini rant about this before we get into the story, because like I've been thinking about this constantly while playing Wuthering Waves, especially because my sister's playing through it and we're having the same conversations, and she's just about as upset about it as I am, if not a little more so. Um, well, but all for like similar reasons. It feels like they wanted to go to this direction with Rover in making her own character, you know, a unique character that actually tackles her problems. And I'm going to list them off. We saw Imith. Imith's whole story. We saw Frolova's actually was the start of it back in 2.5. We saw Frolova's story, and that was kind of like the start of Rover being upset about something that she realized she was responsible for, even though if yeah, I'm not gonna go into for love of the story. Actually, I'm just gonna leave that alone. But like the point is that we had Luke, we had Imeth, we had Sigrica, we had Denya, we had like Lucilla, we have all these characters that are challenging Rover in who she is, what she believes, the life she lives. We have parts of her being challenged. Each character from Lahiroi feels like they're a foil for Rover in their own right because they have something about them that is different from what Rover believes, that challenges the way that Rover thinks. And I love that because they all know it too. It's not like these characters just merely exist as a plot device. No, they actually challenge Rover too. They directly challenge her themselves. They understand uh why they're important. It's in the way they act. I can see it. And especially with Luke because he sees how Rover acts and how she's so like she's got to save everybody else but she doesn't spare a moment for herself. Everybody talks about that. That was the whole point of Imeth's existence and why Imeth's story that went the way she did. Rover's personality, the way that she is, the way that she raised Imeth, the way that she like the all the decisions she made, the reason who she is the reason why Imeth ended up the way she did. Rover is wholly responsible for why Imeth made the choice she did. I understand that Imeth is a different person, but this is why that story was so meaningful. Was because the parents, as much as we don't think about it, parents have a huge impact on who you become. They do. They do. They're responsible for it. So, not entirely. Like it was still Imeth's choice. She still could have gone a different path, no matter how Rover raised her. She still could have left Lahiroi if she wanted to. But on some level, Rover needs to take accountability as the only figure in Imeth's life. She was responsible for guiding Imeth, and she didn't. That was the reason why it was so heavy. It was because all of that happened because Rover made some choices that she regrets. But I don't see that. I saw it in the story when we were in the moment, but outside of those moments, I don't see that. We saw it with a moment. There was one moment with Luke that I love when he was giving her candies, and she goes, "Luke, my options are thin. My chances of saving Ibith, they're so bad." And he's like, "Yeah, they are." And it like the I don't remember exactly the conversation, but he was helping her come to terms with the fact that her chances of succeeding are bad, and yet in despite that, you have to just like come to terms with that reality and still live and just make choices and try. It's like regardless of the outcome, that's what he was preparing her for. It's not just accepting the reality, it's living in spite of the outcome and the odds. It's like doing your best and just trying and accepting that no matter what happens, you tried. Just do your best regardless. And that's a theme that we tackled throughout a lot of the character story, was just like living with whatever happens. Like that's a good moral lesson to teach people. That's a good lesson to learn in life. And those characters all have different ways of teaching it and different things they go through. And like I really like Lahiroi's characters, but I just don't see any of it actually affecting Rover the way that I hope they did. I don't see any of that. And I think the biggest letdown was that Sigrid kind of lives her life and has her relationship with Denya. She we have Imeth, no, we have Lene that's living her life and she's doing great. I love Lene's character a lot and how she plays such a unique role in the story. Um we have, well, I guess Mornia is not a good example. Poor thing. I wish she had more of an important role. But like Iamith, I think is the biggest letdown for me. She's such a letdown because I don't see any of what they built up having an effect on her. She acts exactly the same way as if she didn't learn a single thing. It's like, you're a lie, bitch. We went to the ends of the earth to save you, and you're not even gonna treat us like a mom. Like what? Huh? Are you kidding me? Like you made this whole thing about like, you know, I just I don't understand. I don't. I don't get it. I don't see any of their connection actually mattering in the way that they talk to each other. And we didn't even stop for a freaking moment to talk about it. Like what if there was a scene just as a segue quest or as an event quest or something, or like a companion story, when we just see Imeth and Rover in the house that they grew up in, taking a moment to talk to each other, because we actually hear that Imeth goes to that house. Yeah, yeah, she lives there, and apparently Rover also visits sometimes. Where? When? We don't see any of that. I would love to see that. There was a point where you would take so much attention to emotional detail that you would put a little thing as like a flip note in a book that you would have to go find as an Easter egg in the house after the story if you thought about going there. And you would find this little thing talking about how Rover reads like psychology books to help her learn how to raise Imeth better. Like that. That is such a small little thing, but it carries so much emotional weight. Little things like that. Just little things. I feel like it was so much more important than they were willing to realize. You need to have a little moment like that. Like imagine Rover and Imeth sat down to talk about things and just discuss what happened. And Rover helping Imeth come to terms with the fact that she has to live her life differently, teaching her. Like where is that? I don't know. I don't see any of that. I was hoping they would do that at some point, and I told him the longer you wait to give us like a conclusion, the less emotional weight it'll have when you do it. It's not going to hit as hard the longer you wait. And it seems like we're at the end of Lahiroi now, and we're just moving on as if none of that happened. So Rover's just going to go back to Huanglong, and we're just going to ignore it. Did Imeth have nothing to do with Rover's development? Did Rover not change at all? The point of Lahiroi was that people went there to change, except that Rover's the only one who went to Lahiroi and didn't change a single thing. She didn't change at all. She's exactly the same person she started as. And like that was the thing that I was most afraid of with the story, was that Rover's just gonna walk away from this as if nothing happened. Like she feels a little different, a little bit, but like if I just forget about everything that happened in Lahiroi and I look at how she interacts with people in Renacida compared to the way she interacts now, nothing changed. I want to believe that something changed in Rover, but that I'm not completely sold on the idea. I'm not entirely sold on it. So, you know, I'm hoping that maybe I'm here's to hoping that like at some point maybe they tackle it and that like they listen and give us that moment, or we see Rover interacting with the world and other people differently. Like maybe I don't see it, man. I still don't see it.
The fruit of
That's
every
what I
life is
was
in everything.
hoping they would do. That's what I thought they would do, but they haven't yet. Like, I like the idea of making it seem like Rover's not the hero. That's the thing that we've been trying to tell her since Renacida. We've been trying to tell Rover, you're not the hero, even if you think you are. And it's sometimes she even like, there are people that will call her the hero, and she'll correct them, saying that she's not the hero. She just helped them. The people did all the work. They saved themselves. She was just there to give them a little push. Rover understands this concept. Rover actually even knows this, and yet doesn't change the way she acts at all. She's admitted all of the things that I'm saying, and yet doesn't change a single thing. She does everything exactly the same way. It's like you understand these concepts, but you don't actually do any of them. They don't matter to you enough to change the way that you act, you know?
Look, a laser sword.
They're not actually
Nice on the
doing
horizon.
anything to help you. It's so weird. It just seems like it just seems out of character for them to suddenly drop something like that. You know, with the way that they were doing the story, for them to randomly just like forget all about it. It just seems so weird. It's so weird to me. I thought they had figured it out, but it seems like I don't know. I hope that they learn from this at least, you know. I hope that at some point we get to start seeing Rover actually change the way that she acts, the way that she talks to people, start making different decisions. Like we've seen a little bit of it, but they just haven't leaned into it fully. That's what I'm really hoping they do. Are they scared of it? Is there a reason as to why we won't like fully flesh out Rover and like change her and make her a unique person? Isn't that kind of the point? The point of like deconstructing what we thought was like this hero character, this save everyone character, this all like completely good, you know, just perfect pedestal that we've had her on, playing this part of a high like uh I guess high fantasy. What do they call it? Like a shonen
Floating
anime?
among the stars.
Yeah. Playing that role and then completely deconstructing that and making it a part of her development, saying this is what you know, you thought you're the savior, but you're
You
actually
can
not.
count on
And
me.
even saviors, even if
Souls
you
sing in
are,
harmony.
even saviors need
The
to
Savior's victory.
rely on other people. It's like there's so many lessons to be learned, and yet she learns none of them. I this is a problem in writing that I see so much. You need to show me that the lessons that the character learns, that we learn through your characters, actually mean something to them. Because I don't see that. I don't see that Rover learned anything from Lahairoi. And the funny thing is that she sent Luke to Lahairoi to fix himself. Bitch, what do you think you're here to do? You think you're any different? No, you're here for the same thing. If anything, you're the one that needs it the most, and everyone else is telling you that. Even the characters are telling her that, and yet she just won't get it through her thick skull. Like, what is wrong with you? Everyone else understands the concept of Lahairoi, and it's like you even say it yourself, and then you just don't do it. I just don't see her actions reflecting what she's saying to me. You can't say me that she understands these concepts when her actions don't reflect the lessons that she says she's learned. She understands the concepts, but she's not properly applying any of them. So I'm not convinced that they matter to her, that she learned anything. I'm not convinced that Rover's changed at all, because it's one thing to know the concept, it's another thing to actually understand and apply it.
Rough assignment. I hope you've had time to recuperate.
Man, I really hope that this story we're about to play answers these problems. Everything wraps up in Lahairoi, you receive a package from HUANGLONG. Are we seriously just gonna move on like none of that happened? Are we really just gonna like pretend none of that happened? You know what I need to do? I need to go rewatch the specific VODs of all of the Imeth moments. I need to go and find every moment Imeth is in there, because she's the reason why I'm so upset. And I feel like maybe I missed something. I don't know. I don't think I did, but like maybe if I go rewatch it, there's like a
Yes,
moment that will
I
change
have a
the way I think.
delivery for you.
I just
It's from HUANGLONG.
I'm just not sold, man. I was hoping you'd lean into it.
Huh? A package from Huanglong? What is it? What is it? Someone send you snacks?
It doesn't change how good the Wuthering Waves story is regarding the individual characters. It doesn't change the fact that Imeth's story is still fantastic. I don't feel like I think any differently about her story. I'm just sad about Rover's. I'm just sad that Rover doesn't seem to have changed from any of this, and I'm really
It's a
hoping
letter
that
from me.
Rover would become her own character, instead of just a device for people to put themselves in the story. You know, I'll talk about it some more after the story. Well, let's dig into this and see what we're going through. I'm gonna have to like spend some time rewatching all of my VODs just to find all the Imeth moments, and and really dig into it, because if I want to give genuinely honest emotional criticism about the writing, I want to wholly understand it and have like I want it to be fresh in my mind, you know. I want to be able to have all the facts immediately on the table, because I feel like I haven't played it in a while. So yeah, you know, it's been a minute since I played all of that, but I feel like I need to go relive it and just like double check that I really am sure about it before I give it genuine, honest critique. But dear Rover, how are you finding yourself at Star Torch Academy? I find myself wondering how long the sunlight I basked in today will take to reach you. Lately, I've been having the same dream. In it, I am alone in the gorge of spirits, running and running. And just as it seems I am about to find something, always pulls me back to reality. Does that sound like I am complaining? Forgive me. Once in a while, I hope you will not mind if I write like this. Oh yeah. Some time ago, my older sister said she wanted to come to visit Jinzhou. It's been years since we last saw each other. I wonder if she is like now, or I wonder what she's like now. But knowing her, I think she must be the same sister I remember. I would like to introduce you to someday. I'm sure you would become very good friends. Assume by the time you receive this letter, and I will be on an assignment together. Things have been a little unsettled in Jinzhou lately, but don't worry. Just as you have sharpened your blade through so many stories and trials, I would like to think I have grown too since the day we first met. So next time, let me be the one to share my adventures with you. Why you put quotes? Why you putting quotes? What is that? P.S. I've also included some seasonal snacks for Abby. Do not share them with your friends at Lahairoy. Do not. Do share them with your friends at Lahairoy. Your friends, don't share your snacks. Keep them all to yourself.
From Yang Yang, huh? Yeah, that time of year, I guess.
I'll turn it
There's
up.
also
Don't worry.
a
I had the
box of
volume
treats
down
for
for
you.
my rant, but I
Whoa!
forgot.
Yang Yang's the best.
Yeah.
I know that. Hello. You're looking at the maestro of sharing here. Don't tell me Overthrax is stirring up chaos.
Nah, Overthrax is
Let's
probably
write back
fine.
and ask her. I need to find a place to write this letter.
Oh, we're gonna write a letter back. That's cute. We could just text her on Wavesline, bro. We have her on Wavesline, and she sent us a letter instead. It was kind of unnecessary.
Oh, poor Perry.
Now, what should I write?
Let's see. Rebel
After
College.
the Exostrider disappeared, the Space Trek Collective's investors even wanted to shut down Rebel College at one point. But President Lucilla fought them tooth and nail, and the faculty and students let their work speak for itself. In the end, they saved it. And they'll only keep reaching for the stars. Anything else I can add?
There's so much, girly. You can add the fact that you have a daughter.
What
Let's ask
about
how
you,
she's
Yang
doing.
Yang? How have you been? Every letter you send makes me realize how far I've come from where I started. I know you must be working on your own goals while I've been away too. Next time we meet, let's trade stories. See what we've both made of ourselves.
That's cute. We could just talk on Wavesline. This could have been an email. You have my number. You didn't have to write a letter. She's old-fashioned, I guess. Nothing wrong with that. Damn, it's taking a while. There we go. We teleported.
Yang Yang mentioned a dream.
She did. Yeah, what of it?
Ever since you woke me up, I've had many dreams of my own. Good dreams, bad dreams. Some slip away like the wind as soon as I wake. Others are seared into my heart for a long time. But they're just dreams. Scenes that never existed. Lingering notes that the present hasn't
Dreams
yet
are
swept
born
away.
from emotions, Rover. They're not just dreams. They do matter. And then there's there's those dreams that seem like they don't. But like, dreams are born from emotions. They're part of our subconscious self, and that's often the most important part. Like, they're not just nothing, dude. They do matter.
But that moment in the Gorges of Spirits, the first time we met, is a reality we share that no number of dreams could ever erase. Just like the name you gave me.
Dreams
Maybe
are
I'm
a window.
destined to rove endlessly. Maybe my journey is destined to be filled with the unknown. But that also means...
But that also means
Yang yang.
in countless tomorrows lie countless possibilities.
We sent it by bird. Bro, we have phones
Where our
and like
paths intertwine.
essentially magic, and yet we're typing over letter. We're sending it over by bird. Bro,
Hello? Yang Yang, you coming or what?
is that not more intimate? I mean, maybe that's wise, because it's more intimate if you're writing over like letter versus just using a phone.
Huh? Oh yes, I'm coming.
Didn't even know they had a postal service. Well, that confirms it. I guess they have a postal service by bird. They still use birds, man. Where did Rover even get one? Did she just attach it to a bird?
Let me see. Once we pass through that checkpoint up ahead, that's Shuangfang territory. Didn't expect following those leads would take us all the way out here.
We've literally never seen anybody use that mail system before. This is the first time we're suddenly seeing it. It's so weird.
This is where those missing people were last reported.
And that's all thanks to you and that stream of yours, Yang Yang. If you hadn't connected all the dots,
She's a
we'd
streamer?
still be running circles back in Jinzhou.
She awakened her forte at a young age. She became capable of sensing and interpreting a unique form of dreams, which carries... Okay. Oh, yeah.
You're exaggerating, Chixia. According to the patroller's investigation reports, the victims all had reasons to travel to Mengzhou, and Xuanfang lies right along the only route there. Then none of them ever made it to Mengzhou, nor do they come back. But if memory serves, Xuanfang...
Come on, we'll find out what happened once we get there. I already filed for a warrant. Just gotta show the folks at the checkpoint the paperwork, and they should let us into the hold.
It's so weird seeing these two again.
Phew! This is my first time on a field up this far from home. Anyway, we're bringing those missing people back safe and sound. Right, Yang Yang?
Yes, let's go.
By the way, what were you looking at back there all by yourself? I saw you smiling the whole time. You don't get that look on your face every day, you know.
Huh? I'm not usually that serious. Am I?
Ain't the same. Anybody with eyes can tell you a smile ain't just a smile. There's the smile you put on 'cause you're supposed to, and the smile that comes from the heart. So what's got my Yang Yang smiling like that, I wonder?
Women.
Let's just focus on the mission. Chixia?
It's okay, Yang
That's
Yang.
weird.
It's 2026.
Where is
You can talk
everybody?
about it.
There should be guards stationed
No one's gonna
here.
judge you.
Stay alert, Chixia.
No one's gonna judge you.
Something's not right, Chixia. Ready your weapon.
It's eerily quiet.
Yang Yang, are your birdie senses tingling or
Birdie
something?
sense.
TDs. 1. No, 2.
Titties.
They're
One.
coming from every direction.
No, two.
That can't be right.
They're everywhere.
This place is supposed to be...
Ah, they're just weak, bro. You can kill those. These ones are weak.
Prepare for combat.
Easy. I'm gonna beat him instantly. Get him.
Clean.
Okay, so she's got her all over normal abilities so
These
far.
TTs took him out?
I'm not sure. There was something different
She's
about
not the
these
updated
TTs.
version yet. I'm sure there's gonna be like
The
some
ones
story.
born in the wild don't usually form groups of this size.
They ain't coming from outside the city.
This is probably
The
like a
Lappies,
flashback.
They came from...
I forgot how to play Tisha. Oh, it's Hold D, that's right. There we go. She's so cool.
Shape the shapeless. Wuthering.
Oh, bring it on!
DC is really fun. I gotta build her at some point. I did max her out recently.
Watch and learn! Oh, you little...
They're so easy.
Shizia, are you alright?
Just a scratch. I am so...
Shizia, one of us has to make it back. Jinjo needs to know what's happening here.
Yang! Yang! What are you doing?
Oh shit. I didn't know she could do that. Is that retroactive rain? Okay. I feel like I want to tackle this story. I do, but I'm not quite done with
I
the
feel
Roy.
empty.
There's something residual left over that I don't feel like we ever got closure for. Like, I'm not emotionally done with Lahairoi. Plot-wise, we're done. Emotionally, I'm not. And it's like, I'm not just going to suddenly let go of that, you know? I don't feel like we got closure for all of the characters.
Long whispers, crisps, weather cakes, honeysuckle bread.
Lene was an example.
Desserts from Renacita and Lahairoi are great and all.
Let Abby be
Stuff
done.
from HUANGLONG is what really hits the spot. Now that I think about it, it's been ages since I've had crispy squab. Jinjo's... What else am I supposed to do? Blame Yang Yang for sending us those tasty snacks. They brought back all my great memories of Jinjo.
Point taken. It really has been a while since we visited
Yeah,
Jinjo.
it's been 2 whole patches.
Yang Yang hasn't written back yet.
2 whole versions.
Yang Yang, Chisia, Baija, and even Jinshi.
Yeah.
I want things here at the
I wanna see
academy are
Jinshi.
wrapping up. Maybe not. And the thing we
I
found inside
haven't seen
that
Jinshi in
satellite,
so long.
It might have something to do with the court of Savante.
I know what you're gonna say. Let's go visit. We'll make it a surprise. Rising Long, starflakes, Jinjo Mao Tai, spicy pulled chicken.
Abby's completely lost in a fantasy world now. That's fine.
Thinking about food, me too.
I should let everyone at the academy know before I leave for Jinjo.
I'm not ready to let go of Lahairoi. I'm not, because we didn't get complete closure for everything. Bro, were you guys there for Denya's story? Like, holy crap! Somehow that was more upsetting than Imet's. Not like writing wise, but like emotions wise. What the hell? Like Imeth and Dinya combined made that region just a rough one. We don't just walk away from that like nothing happened. Hello? Like, scars don't completely heal. We're supposed to see residual effects. I understand that moving on is the lesson. And of course, we should move on. No one should hang on to the past completely. No one should be hanging on to Lahairoi. Lahairoi done. We gotta move on. But like, you also need to process stuff and take a moment to actually like give yourself closure for things before just immediately moving on from stuff. You have to allow yourself to feel whatever it is you're feeling, but I don't see that Rover's feeling anything. If Rover doesn't need closure for any of what just happened, then she's not affected by any of it, and I'm not sold on the idea that any of it actually matters to her. And that's what I want. I want these things to matter to Rover. I want her to actually care about this stuff. It doesn't seem like she truly cares about the world she's in or any of the people. She cares about helping them, but she doesn't actually care about them. And it's like, you're a mom, you're an adopted mother, and yet you're not even responsible for your kid who you saved. Hello? Does none of that matter to you? Do you not care about that at all? Are we just going to leave and not even talk to Imeth before we do it? Are we not going to tell anyone that we're leaving Lahairoi? Are we just going to go and do Jinzhou's story now? It's great that we're seeing all these characters and revisiting an old zone, but we didn't even address anything else. We're leaving all of the Lahairoi characters just with nothing. Nothing. We're not talking to any of them. She's not friends with any of them. All the characters that she was friends with throughout Lahairoi don't matter because now we're gonna leave and go talk to the old ones. Are any of the Lahairoi characters gonna matter? Because it doesn't feel like they will. I mean, when's the last time we saw all the Renacida characters? I understand this is hard. You can't include absolutely everyone. Of course, you can't. That's kind of what Wavesline is for, I feel like, because you get to, see like conversations and stuff with old characters. I understand the concept that you can't cover absolutely every character, but all I'm asking is Rover to talk to these characters and actually do things that show me she cares and that she's actually friends with them, because she sent a freaking bird to Yang Yang. They talk over lettering when Wavesline exists. So she's clearly intimate with characters. She's intimate with Shorekeeper. She's a mom to Rover, to Imeth. She's deeply close to Luke. And yet I don't see any of that except when it matters to the plot. This is what I was hoping they would do different. I was hoping that all of this stuff would matter afterwards. I need to see residual effects of what happened because Denya's story was truly upsetting, and we're never gonna see her again. Imeth got saved, and Denya didn't. Spoiler alert. She didn't. Her closure was that she made her choice and died. She's dead. She's gone. She's donezo. Like, Imeth is still alive. We saved her, but we weren't able to save Denya, and we're just not gonna talk about that. I understand Rover knows that like it wasn't her fault and there was only so much she could do, and she's not responsible for Denya's choice. That was holistically everybody else, the great architect, the reason that happened, and I'll have one and all that stuff. So Rover's not going to carry the weight of it being her fault like with Imeth. It's different because Imeth was Rover's responsibility, whereas Denya was not. Like Rover had little to nothing to do with Denya. So, there was nothing we could have done there. But like, she still fucking died. Bro, she's dead. She committed Sudoku, and we're just fine with that. We're just not gonna talk about that at all. Is that not gonna emotionally affect you? You just see this student like make a final choice and end everything because of how like upset she was. Fair, valid, but like we're just not gonna talk about that. That's fucked up. That's more fucked up than the story. we're just gonna move on like that didn't happen, like that has nothing to do with Rover. You're not at all affected by this. You didn't learn anything from that. You didn't even stop for a moment to feel it. You just, like, once the moment was over, just boop, boop, just move on to the next character. Did we not learn anything? Okay. I understand. Like I said, I'm going to repeat it again. I understand there's like 50 something characters and you can't cover them all. But what I think would be best for a gacha game with so many characters, as any RPG or story does, this is typical for writing like this. If you're going to have Lahairoi, focus on Lahairoi, and maybe sometimes characters that are outside of Lahairoi are relevant for a reason. Like Shorekeeper showed up for a little bit there. Freaking Alto showed up for a little bit there when it was important. Yeah, you could have other characters show up, of course, but like focus on the characters in that story and then give conclusion, give closure before you move on. We're not done yet. I feel like Lahairoi ended sooner than it should have. I feel like we should have spent a little bit more time. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more time. We really should have hammered in that emotional weight, but we didn't. I'm hoping we tackle that. I hope that we're not quite done yet. I hope that before we leave, please, Rover, for the love of
Perfect
God,
timing.
talk to people before
We
you
were
leave.
about to go look for you if you took any longer.
Thank fuck.
Why is everyone...
Because they care, Midge. Because they care about you and because you're leaving Lahairoi. Why is everyone here talking to me to say goodbye? Because they're saying
To
goodbye.
bid you farewell.
What the fuck else would they be here for?
Mentor,
I'm losing my mind.
no matter what difficulties lie ahead, Star Torch Academy will always have your back. We will all be waiting for you here.
We're never coming back.
So go. Don't worry about us.
You're in a gacha game. You're probably not going to be important ever again. Mornier, we're probably not ever going to see you unless it's an event. So,
Huanglong. What a shame. Should the opportunity arise, I
you
would like to
probably will.
visit.
I feel like you actually will be important. I just don't think Mornier is ever going to get another chance
If you
to
need
talk.
anything, you have but to reach out.
She's not important
With
enough.
all that said, don't forget to share your experiences with us once you're back in Huanglong.
We won't.
Safe travels. Send us a waves line when you have the time.
Thank you, everyone. Well, off I go then.
Ah, yes. Lucilla mentioned a special
Please.
arrangement for you. Do look forward
Please.
to it.
Something. Imeth, please. I'm looking at you. You, this one. Please talk to her. For the love of God, please talk to Rover before she goes. I swear, if I don't see you and you say nothing, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be so mad at you. Both of you. Someone. For the love of God.
Roving among the stars.
I bet you it's Lucilla setting up an arrangement. So like it's either going to be a party of a bunch of people to say goodbye, which is probably what it is. It's mostly that one. Or it's like she understands what I'm saying and wants Rover to talk to freaking Imeth, and she has to make Rover do it because Rover hasn't changed at all and couldn't have made that decision herself. Sought out Imeth before she goes. Rover, what the fuck are you on? Like, you're not gonna seek out your daughter to talk before you leave? You literally just the reason why Imeth died in the first place was because she like was abandoned. Like, hello? The biggest reason why all that happened was because Rover left. to go save the world. And that's exactly what she's doing again. She's leaving to Huanglong again. She already just did that. And we're leaving Imith again. Did we learn fucking nothing? Did none of that matter? We're just repeating history. We're just doing it a second time. We learned absolutely fucking nothing. Not a single thing.
You're all here.
Yes. Why else would they be here?
Ah, our golden girl.
I know. Please,
I
please,
knew
please, girly
everyone would
pop,
want to see you
please.
off, so I rounded up whoever I could.
I swear.
You weren't just gonna shoot us a waves line and dip, were ya?
Lene, my
That'd
goat,
be cool.
my girl. I swear.
Senior,
She's grown on me.
Come back and visit us when you get the chance, okay?
Even though your time at the academy has ended, ours will keep
I gotta tell
moving
Lamb.
forward.
Lamb, are you still here? If you are, I agree with you. I see why you liked
I
her.
believe
I
that there
didn't
will
see
be
it
a
at
day
first,
when
but
we'll
as the
share
story's
time
gone,
together
I think
again.
Lene's like one of the best, if not the best, Lahaira character.
Which means
She's my
this
goat.
isn't some sad, teary
She's grown on
goodbye
me.
forever moment. It's another brand new beginning that belongs to us.
Are you not going to
The
talk about it?
academy
We're
is
just not gonna
a
address
stop along the
any
way.
of that.
A cradle for dreams. The way I see it, everyone here already knows the path they should take, and just needs a little more time to sprout.
So, pal, you have a good time here at the academy with us, yeah?
Sounded
was
like for a
short,
second she
but-
said Cal. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you don't know my name.
I'm glad.
Shut up.
If there's one thing I'll take away from my time here, it's all of you.
No, you won't. You're not gonna talk to any of them again.
You are the most unique student Star Torch Academy has ever had. And as a place for learning, I hope the time you spent here becomes a source of strength for the path ahead of you. And yada yada yada, I'll spare you the speech. Ready,
No,
everybody?
you should do it.
President Lucilla, do we have to? Happy graduation, senior.
Happy graduation!
Congratulations on your graduation.
Congratulations.
I'll do my best to catch up to you as soon as I can.
Still have trauma from Evangelion.
Goodbye. And it is a goodbye, because we'll definitely be seeing you again soon.
Will we?
So don't act all shocked when we just show up one day. Okay?
I swear.
Everyone? Thank
We're
you.
still in version 3. There's no way we're not coming back, right? Like, this little thing we're doing in Jinzhou doesn't mean we're staying in Jinzhou. We're not done with the hype, right? We can't be. But we're still in version 3. And them saying that just means that we're coming back, right? We have to. But Lene's my go. She's awesome. She drove her motorcycle into the freaking. Like this is normal. Yeah, she's back to life and everyone is okay
Well
with
then.
it.
See you. Star Torch.
Yeah,
Academy.
you know that girl that disappeared years ago? She's suddenly back now. Oh, what? She died? Nah, she didn't die. What? She's always been fine. She's just been out of the music scene for a while. She didn't totally disappear to another plane of existence. You know, we didn't totally go to that plane of existence and save her from a black hole and bring her back to reality and like almost die in the process too. Like we totally didn't like almost lose everything in the process of trying to save her and bring her back to life. Didn't happen.
Have you heard about Uncle Dom? It's been days now.
Did you hear?
I think it was Yang Yang.
Oh, we're in Jinzhou now.
The patrol
Oh,
station
we teleported.
isn't
Okay.
saying anything.
We're just here now. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yep, same old Jinzhou, all right. Smells just like I remember it.
We're back now.
But looking around, the city looks like it's on edge. Yang Yang did mention trouble brewing in her letter.
Of course. Why else
Is
would
this
we be
it?
here but to save the world?
Yeah, what's with all the long faces? It's a beautiful day out and everything.
Anyway, let's go find Yang Yang and the others first.
Jeshi? You actually get story? Wait, she exists? I forgot about this character. Who is this? Is she a new character? Did she just come out? I'm taking a piss. She's been around forever. She's just like Helcharo. She's just been completely forgotten.
Rover! Is that really you?
Yes, it is.
You're back!
I don't think we've had a single conversation before. Somehow we pretend like we know you forever. Even though we probably only
thank
have
goodness.
like one interaction.
Now that you're here, Rover, everything is going to be alright.
Yeah, your hero is
You must
here.
have come back because you heard what happened to Yang Yang and Chixia.
Yep.
Huh? You haven't heard? Chixia's still unconscious, and Yang Yang... she's gone missing. And now...
Can you be more specific, Jija?
Oh, okay. I only found out recently myself. There was a commission that passed its deadline, but nobody came to follow up on it. So, I went out to look for my client, but I couldn't find him anywhere. And it wasn't just him. People all over Jinzhou have been disappearing. Chixia and Yang Yang were the ones on this case, but 2 days after they left the city, Chixia was brought back by the Midnight Rangers due to serious injuries. And Yang Yang? She wasn't with her. That's all I know. I went to the patrol station to ask for more information, but they won't tell me anything.
Come on, you don't gotta assume the worst, all right? Yang Yang, she's gonna be all right.
Yeah, she's strong as hell. She's a 5-star now.
Don't beat yourself up, Jija. You've already been a big help. From here on out, leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
I'll be on my way now.
Rover,
No hesitation.
please, just...
Bring her back safely. I plan on it.
So, what do we do next?
Let's go talk to Jinshi first.
Huh. It's gonna be weird using my glider. Haven't done that in forever. Also, I play iMyth. I can just...
Roving among the stars.
Roaming among the stars. Oh, what? 603 bits. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, shit salad. That's not a name I've seen in forever. Damn, dude. I've been yapping about the story in Wuthering Waves lately. There's a lot going on. I mean, this new region seems cool. I'm just not ready to accept the fact that we're just done with Lahairoi. Because, like, we just didn't get the emotional conclusion that we needed. We just didn't. The story's done, but, like, the closure is not. We just never, like, actually sat down to process what happened. Like, multiple characters fucking died. And I'm not talking about, like, just, like, not important characters. No, like, in terrible, horrible, emotionally messed up ways. And we're just not at all gonna talk about that. Like, that just has nothing to... That has no residual effect on Rover. Does that not matter? You just don't walk away from that like normal. That's not something that people just walk away from. Yeah. Oh, am I gonna see Jinshi? Finally. Like, I'm sure this little story bit's gonna be great, but, like, it's hard to stay focused on this part of the story when the other one never got closure. You know, we just kind of moved on. They did imply with the characters saying like how we're gonna come back. They did say so. I don't believe it completely, but
Madame Sanhua, I do
the
believe
hell
it's
are
been
you?
2 whole hours.
I was gonna say I don't
Will
know
you be
those
taking me
thighs.
to see the magistrate or not?
As I have already
Look at
stated,
your hair.
the magistrate is not presently at City Hall, so that won't be possible.
Sanwa. Oh, is she not here? Damn it. Damn. She's the one character I wanted to see.
Very well then. Tell me where she is, and I'll go find her myself.
Who are you?
I'm afraid I cannot grant your request.
Huh? Okay. The hell was that?
It's been a while, Sanhua.
Oh, Rover, you didn't need to make an
Rover.
entrance like that.
You've returned.
You scared the guard, Rover.
And who might you be?
She didn't talk about it. She didn't talk about us at all. You know, the person who
Can you
saved.
take me to Jinchi?
You know, I'm not gonna go into it. It's fine.
Hold on. I hope you don't mind waiting your turn. Not to mention this concerns my younger
You're
sister.
pretty. So far, I like your design. You're cool.
I'm sorry, but I'm also here for someone important to me.
I need to know what trouble Yang Yang got herself into.
Spider-Man meme.
Wait, are you?
Huh. She's like, I know that forehead anywhere. I know those boots. My goat. She's here.
Please, forgive Sanhua. I truly did not share my whereabouts with her.
It's my goat. Let's go. The OG. I haven't seen her in forever. What were you just doing?
It's nothing. Just some scratches. Compared to what I've gained from this trip, this is merely a small jest from that one.
That one.
My deepest apologies for not welcoming you properly, Miss Soy Soy. And apologies that your first visit to Jinzhou is under such circumstances.
God, how much makeup do you have? You do that routine from the moment you wake up? Good God, look at that.
Well,
I feel like if I take a
since
chisel
Miss
to her face.
Sanhua was telling the truth,
it's like,
I suppose I should apologize for my earlier rudeness. I came all the way to Jinzhou to
Just gonna
see
be like
my
mascara
sister,
powder.
only to be told she's gone missing. I hope you can understand how that feels.
I do. And I understand the urgency of the
she's
matter.
got like half an inch
Now
of
that Rover is
mascara
here,
layering. Just,
I'll brief you both directly.
it's not even her normal face shape. She's wearing so
Recently,
much. It's like
multiple
completely
people
different.
have gone missing across Jinzhou. All leads point to Shuangfeng. Yang Yang and Chuxia were tasked to investigate Shuangfeng Hold together. Chuxia returned gravely wounded. And we've heard nothing from Yang Yang.
Okay.
The moment I learned of this, I dispatched messengers via alternate routes to the Mengzhou City Hall. But they have yet to report back. I also tried sending elite Midnight Rangers to scout Shuangfeng Hold once more. But their gates are sealed shut. No one knows what is happening inside those walls.
Shuangfeng Hold, of all places.
Yeah, what's that?
But you must have a way in.
Yes. Magistrate I may be, but I am also Resonator to Sentinel Jue. Shuangfeng Hold's creator is none other than Mengzhou's Moonfuck Sentinel, Qing. As Mengzhou and Jinzhou share borders, the two Sentinels laid down certain rules.
one of which concerns an agreement regarding Shuangfeng Hold. Should
I'm
an
like
emergency
half paying
arise
attention.
in
I'm still
Shuangfeng
thinking about
Hold, the
Ohio.
resonators of each sentinel may go to a designated location and retrieve the token they left. Regarding the specifics of that retrieval, it's not important. The act is done, and what I ultimately obtained, put simply, is a spare key.
I can tell the journey was not an easy one.
It is, after all, something that can only be invoked in an emergency. However, what constitutes as an emergency is for me to decide. Rover, given your deep connection with Jue,
Pushes up her
you should be
fedora
able to
and
use
glasses.
any of its artifacts freely as well.
As admin of the Discord server, it's for me to decide what we do with it. As the moderator,
There is no time to waste. We should go. Forgive me, Miss Soy Soy. I beg your patience just a little longer. The land of Shuangfeng falls under Mengzhou's jurisdiction. Shuangfeng Hold itself is a military stronghold. Generally speaking, as a neighboring state, we are not permitted to interfere in its affairs without due cause.
due cause as in we're
While
all
I cannot
under
dispatch any
serious danger.
personnel, as Jue's resonator, I may enter on a personal basis.
Huh. You need to stay in Jinzhou. But why? But why does she need to stay? Overthrax might make a return. I'm here. She doesn't need to stay here. We're here. We can handle it.
She's right. If this involves more factions than we think, Jinzhou will
She's like,
need
damn
its
it. I
magistrate
just
at
want to
the helm."
leave for 1 second. She's never allowed to leave. She has to stay here and constantly guard under threat. She's
Besides,
never allowed to leave.
You didn't think I'd just
No
sit here
vacation
and do
for you,
nothing,
girly
did
pop.
you?
Sit in your chair and you wait. No, we get to take your vacation from you. You get to sit there and wait.
Very well then. Rover?
Give her a
Miss Soy
break,
Soy?
man.
As magistrate, I give you my word. I will bear all responsibility for your actions in Shuangfeng Hold.
Bro, she doesn't even get to go. Let her go, man.
Please, bring Yang Yang. Bring the people of Jinzhou home.
All she
safe.
ever does is she just stays here. She's never allowed to leave. Like, I know that she'd be out dealing with a threat in
Cheshire is
another
currently
country, but like,
recovering at Huashu
to
Academy.
her, that's a vacation. I
Do
mean,
pay her a visit before you depart. If you wish to learn more about Shuangfeng Hold, you may also speak with Principal Investigator Xiang
she would
Yi
be
and
there on
Badger
business matters, but at least it would be a change of scenery. This girl doesn't ever get to leave the city.
As for you, Miss Soy Soy,
Might I have a moment of your time? There's a matter I'd like to discuss with you, Madam Magistrate.
as you wish. I'll answer as best I can.
I will meet you at Huashu Academy shortly.
Sick.
We're counting on you, Rover.
Yes, you are. Even though you'd probably be fine without me. Like, I bet you this moment's gonna be banger and this part of the story is gonna be fantastic. But, like, it's kind of hard to just forget the ball being dropped with Lahairoi. I really hope... I don't know. Because, like, they could just do this as a singular update. Or we could be in Mingzhou for a while. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what they're planning to do with this. Like, are we spending the rest of version 3 in Mingzhou? Or is this just like a one-off thing? Because on one hand, if we stay in Mingzhou, then you're going to leave Lahairoi unconcluded emotionally. You're not going to hammer in the emotional investment that you spent so much time and money building up for several months and writing an amazing story just to completely drop the ball in the end. Like, if we go back though, you can fix all of that. There's still a chance. You can still have those moments. You can still have conclusion. Maybe she's just on pressing matters. Maybe Maybe Rover is just in Jinzhou because she needs to be for a second, but can go back to Lahairoi when she's done, right? Maybe we're just there for a moment, but I feel like that would kind of diminish the value of being in Mingzhou, you know, instead of giving it more time to focus. So it's like whatever emotional beats we're going to have here, the emotional weight of Mingzhou is not going to matter as much because we're not going to have a whole lot of time to spend in it. So I am not going to go into Mingzhou expecting the level of emotional investment that I can with Lahairoi, you know, because it got so much time to bake. But like, I don't even think it's done. I don't think it's done yet. To me, at least, I personally don't think it's done. I think that it needs more time, but that's just my thoughts so far. I'm still going to try and enjoy this little bit of the story, but like, it's going to be kind of hard too, because either way, either Mingzhou is not going to have the same level of punch that I know my sister wants it to. Like, maybe this is a one-off thing and we're only here for a moment and then we go back to Lahairoi. I just know my sister's going to give me an earful if that happens. She's playing this too, and she absolutely loves Jinzhou. She doesn't like Lahairoi's story nearly as much as I thought she would. She likes some of the characters, but she's still deeply upset about Rover, and that kind of ruins the experience for her. She also feels very strongly where, like, just Rover being who she is kind of dampens the weight the character stories have. I still think that they're
Rover,
brilliantly
you have
written.
arrived.
It's just they would be a little better if it was if Rover wasn't who she is.
Baija, how's Chisia? She's right here, still undergoing treatment.
If Rover would actually learn lessons from the experiences with these characters and stories, like, it would make them hit a little harder.
Yang.
Because we would feel whatever Rover's feeling, but see, Rover's not feeling anything, so it makes it harder for me to feel things. I feel things through Rover because Rover's an individual character, not because I'm Rover. And there's going to be a difference of opinion in that regard. Some people will think the writing's perfectly fine, where others will probably agree with me. So the reason being is because, like, it's a difference. I've talked about it before on stream. It's a difference between character-driven story and plot-driven story, where your main character is simply a device for you to impress yourself into the story. Basically, you are playing the role, and to make that easier for people who like that kind of story writing, to make it easier for you to feel in character, you make the main character a plastic cup with no personality who doesn't really make any of the decisions. You make this character a completely just like a device for the story rather than an actual person. And most gacha games will do that, but most RPGs are different. Like, you're not gonna make Kratos a plastic cup character for God of War because you're not Kratos, you're not him. You're just experiencing the story through him. It's character driven. The character makes all of the choices himself. Sure, you're playing him, but you aren't him. You know, nothing you do actually has an effect on who Kratos is. He's his own character, but that doesn't mean that you're disconnected from the story. In fact, you actually probably feel closer to the story because of the character making their own choices and having their own personality, because then you're feeling what they're feeling through them, you know? Like, the reason why these RPGs hit so hard is because their character-driven story relies on the main character actually being
She needs
someone.
rest.
But with gacha games, it's different. They don't typically do story like that, and I don't understand why. I guess because it's much harder with the way that games are designed, or maybe that's just not a writing style that Eastern MMOs are familiar with, you know? I don't know. I'm not really sure why why Genshin gacha games. Yeah, Genshin. That just Genshin game. I'm not sure why gacha games do this kind of writing style. I don't get it. I really don't.
Met with the magistrate.
Doesn't it make more sense for them to sell you on the character and make you emotionally attached to them so that you want the character not just because they're hot, but because you actually care about him? Does that not make more sense? Like, sure, the character's hot and you're collecting waifus, but it feels so, like, surface level. It's so fake. It's so predatory, you know? But if I'm emotionally invested in the characters, no matter what they look like, if they actually have personality, if they're grounded, if their stories actually matter and they have some kind of effect on you,
conscious long enough to tell them what happened to
like,
Yang Yang before finally collapsing.
then, you know, that's why I'm so upset about it, because I feel like they were doing that. They had it all going for them. Their setup was brilliant. 10 out of 10. Their writing was fantastic. They had all of the best setup in the world, and then they just completely dropped their nuts on the bar. They really did. They straddled that. They hopped that thing. They suplexed it, and then they just fucked up somewhere along the way.
Chisia.
They forgot the most important part was the closure. The setup is great, but if there's no payoff,
need to worry.
then the setup
She
means
is
nothing.
no longer in critical condition. Her readings from late last night show she's slowly regaining awareness.
That's why the ending of Game of Thrones
However,
ruins the
she's
entire show,
still
because
disoriented at
the
the
setup
moment.
is, well, I mean, my opinion is not that crazy, but like most people would say, the setup for Game of Thrones is great. It's a spectacular show. It does all these things. It's got all these characters. It's got all this stuff, and it sets up for multiple seasons. And then the payoff just absolutely sucks. Game of Thrones' ending is so dog shit. It's so bad, and it honestly ruins the entire show because of just how bad the ending is. Like that. Like,
Forgive me,
it's going to
Rover.
tarnish the emotional
I
weight
heard, I
that I
also
have
wanted to
towards the
search for
story
Yang Yang
because the
immediately.
ending isn't carrying
But
the
with
same
Chisia in this
weight that I
condition,
had
I had
while
no
playing.
choice but to.
That's right, Baisha.
Uh,
Without you,
Zhang
Chisia's
Liao?
condition wouldn't have stabilized so quickly.
Oh my god, someone tell
Frankly,
Lamb that he's here.
She
He's
might
gonna
have
be
been
so
left with
excited.
permanent damage.
This guy actually gets to exist. This is literally the first time we've seen him. We've never spoken to this guy before. He's never shown up in the story at all, and he's finally
Sanhua
here.
told me about your situation. I take it you'll be heading to Shuangfang.
Oh, I
Hold
just
soon?
know the subreddit's gonna be talking about this one.
Do be extra cautious, Rover. Shuangfang Hold isn't just any military stronghold. It's the pinnacle of what automata mechanics as a field can achieve, today and for the foreseeable future.
Like, man, I can't let go of Lahiroy. I can't. Dude, it's so upsetting. I'm so let down by that. I really am. Like, I thought the world of the story the whole time. I had nothing to say about it. Everyone said I was glazing. Everyone knows, like, when they popped into my stream, I was going to be raving about the story. But this is the first time I think people are seeing me genuinely upset about the writing in a game. Like, this is genuinely bothering me, man. I was truly affected by Wuthering Waves' story during Lahiroy. I was really affected by these characters. I was really attached to it. It was meaningful. It made me think about things, you know? Like, it was essentially changing my life, and then they just didn't give closure for that, and it's just a letdown. It doesn't mean that those stories are worse because the ending didn't carry the same weight. It just lets me down. I was just expecting more out of the ending, you know? I was hoping we weren't just gonna immediately abandon it and Rover was just gonna act like nothing happened. She wasn't even planning on saying goodbye. She was just gonna fucking leave. And I understand that's what Rover is like, but I'm saying that Rover needs to change. This saying like, oh, that's just Rover. Well, wouldn't it be better if Rover would change? If instead of doing what she's always done, playing the hero, what if she learned? What if she actually wanted to exist in the world and talk to these people and actually care about them? What if she wanted to not just be the savior and actually live a life within the, like, you know, exist within the world she's in? What if she actually cared about it? Wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't it be better
It's
if
the
she
masterpiece of Meng Zhou's
wanted
sentiment.
to say
She-
goodbye to
a
Imeth
mechanical
properly and actually
built
like
for the sole
had a
purpose
connection with her?
of trapping and eliminating tacit discords to keep wider Meng Zhou safe.
God, it makes me so mad, and Imeth is just totally fine with it. Like,
Shuangfang
oh yeah,
Hold has stood at
yeah,
the
it's
border
a
between our two
goodbye.
states
Bye bye,
for
bye
over
bye, Rover.
200 years now. Not a
Thanks for
single
saving me
instant in
from
all that
death.
time. It's a living city. in
Thanks
its
for
own
pulling
way
me
that
out of
doesn't
a
rely
black
on
hole.
people to
Bye
run things.
bye. Later.
Instead, it
Until
uses
I'm relevant
creations
again.
called auto puppets to fight off TDs. In theory, Shuangfeng Hold is Meng Zhou's most impenetrable fortress, and because of that exact reason, if something has gone wrong, the cause and the fallout are almost unimaginable.
According to Chisia, while Yang Yang was being surrounded by tacit discords, Shuangfeng Hold's gates opened for reasons unknown. And to ensure Chisia's escape, Yang Yang went through that gate alone. Meaning, Yang Yang should still be inside.
After I joined Huashu Academy, I submitted several requests to Mangzhou to research the technological principles underlying Shuangfang Hold, but they were all rejected. So I'm afraid I don't know much more about what's actually in there. Sorry I can't be of more help in that regard. That said, while digging through old archives here at the Academy, I did stumble upon a report about Shuangfang. The contents were vague, frustratingly so. But there was
I'm texting my
clue.
sister about how frustrated I am.
Not sure if it'll help, but over 200 years ago, when Shuangfang Hold was first being built, aside from Xin and the forces of Mangzhou, there was another group that left their mark there. The Court of Savante. Shuangfang Hold has a long, long history. And that comes with a tangled web of events, each one tied to the next. I could elaborate, but I suspect you'd rather be on your way.
I want to remind people that, like, when I give honest critique about something, I'm doing it from passion. I'm doing it from deep admiration and respect and connection to the story. I was really affected by these characters. I really felt attached to it, and I want them to write better. I want them to write the best they possibly can. And giving them criticism about the writing tells them what they can do better next time. They still have time to fix this too. If they hear that people are unhappy with the ending of Lahairoi because of something small, then all they got to do is just give us that little moment. You know, if we ask for it, we're more likely to get it. So, like, how are they supposed to know unless we tell them? So I'm giving them honest critique. It's not to say the game is shit. It's to say, hey, I just needed a little moment. I just need a little closure for the story that you wrote beautifully. 10 out of 10 build up and execution, like 3 out of 10 in ending.
Leave Chixia to us. Huashu Academy will take good care of her.
I'm so fucking mad. Hold on. Dude, I'm so upset. I don't even think I can properly enjoy this part of the story just because of like how the fact that like moving on from it pisses me off. I was scared. I had like the subconscious fear that this is what like what we were gonna do. We were just gonna leave and we weren't even gonna like talk about it. I knew when we saw Jinzhou that, or Huanglong, that we were just gonna abandon Lahairoi and probably won't go back. Like, I just knew. I knew it was gonna happen. God. Did you shout out shit salad? That's funny. Yeah, isn't it weird how he's never been banned for that name? Never. I mean, hey, more power to you.
Oh, all right. Settle down, Dumpling.
Dumpling?
Dumpling? You're gonna eat your bird?
Ah, there you are. Pay no mind. I've had this silly bird for years. Dumpling's her name.
Dumpling.
She's in a bit of a mood right now.
Just makes me want to eat it.
Because she didn't
I
get
love
to
dumplings.
see Yang Yang. They were thick as thieves back home. There was this one time when Yang Yang...
You're just making me... I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. You're just making me hungry. You can't call it dumpling. I'm gonna eat it.
Sorry. This isn't really the
Tastes
best
like
time
chicken.
to reminisce.
What were you
It looks
thinking just
tasty.
now?
Oh, nothing. Just an old memory.
I haven't eaten yet. Now I'm just thinking about food.
I was thinking about the day Yang Yang told Mother and me she was leaving for Jinzhou. I told her that if she'd found her path, then she needn't worry about anything else. Just take that step and go.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to like keep Lahairoi out of my mind. Just gonna like put it aside. Stop thinking about it and just try to enjoy this part of the story and then talk about it when this part's done. So I don't interrupt this because maybe it's good and I still want to try and enjoy it. I'm just very upset about the ending of Lahairoi. My only wishes before we're just gonna move on. We're gonna move on. I talked about it for an hour and a half. My only wishes is that we do this story. It's a banger. We solve whatever it is in Jinzhou, and then we go back. Or like I don't really care how you do it. I just want to know that there's a moment where Rover actually stops to freaking experience and like talk about all of the things she just went through and talk to Imith. Please. You're her adopted mom and yet you don't act like it at all. You don't show me that you actually are. You tell me you are, but I don't see you doing.
Being entirely honest with her.
I don't see you caring about her. You were gonna walk out without saying a word. Did you learn absolutely nothing? That was the reason why all of that happened, and you know that, and you feel bad about it, but I guess not bad enough to change.
Before coming to Jinzhou, I'll admit I was a little
She tells me
nervous.
she regrets things and that she feels
so
bad
many
about stuff,
years
and it's like,
apart,
okay,
I wasn't sure we'd
well then
still be the same
change.
people
Do
we
things
remembered.
differently. Did you not learn a single lesson? You tell me you
never
understand these concepts
imagined.
and yet you don't do any of them. I gotta stop. I'm gonna be talking about this through the entire story. If I don't set it aside, I gotta
said the
move
same
on.
thing to me.
Man,
Oh, did she now?
You two are a lot alike, you know.
hold on.
Are we? In some ways, perhaps. In others, not so much.
She's determined. She's never wavered or doubted her own choices.
You barely know her,
My,
but apparently
my.
you're intimate.
You seem to know Yang Yang rather well.
Yeah, you message her with a bird even though you can use Waves line. Bro, she literally, for those who weren't in stream for the moment, she sends messages to Yang Yang by bird. I've literally never seen that message system ever used anywhere else in the world. No one has ever done that. This is the first time we've seen somebody use carrier pigeons for messaging. And apparently, these two use carrier pigeons. She's so intimate with Yang Yang that she uses bird even though she has her number. What?
My journey didn't really start until I met Yang Yang.
What else are you guys doing behind closed doors? What else are you
No
doing
matter
that
how
I don't
far
know
I've
about?
come, no matter how many places
How
I've
long have you
traveled,
been talking by bird?
meeting her will always be
We've
my starting
literally
point.
never seen you do this before, but you guys act like you've done it many times.
So whether it's for everyone who cares about her or for myself, I will find her. And I'll bring her back.
Con, you're here to see me be passionately upset about the story. I've been ranting for like an hour and a half about like how bad the closure for the last story was and how upset I am about it. I'm trying to move on. I've been yapping about it too long. I'm trying to like focus on the story as of right now, but like I just can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about how upset I am. It's so hard to just like focus on this part of the story when like, ugh, bro, I just, hopefully your
So,
stream is
you
going
and
better
Jinji?
than mine.
What was that about?
What'd you
just a
guys
little
do? I
exchange
know
of
you
intelligence.
played Metroid. How'd that go?
It took some persuading, but she did eventually agree to grant me access. Other than that, we talked about you.
Me?
Oh
Well,
God, does that?
We may share the same
What
goal,
happened?
but
What
I
did-
still need to know whether the person I'm traveling with is someone I can trust.
And
What did you
besides,
do? Did you get like
Yang mentions your
bullied by
name
some
so
boss or
often
something?
in her letters. I couldn't help but be curious. Who is this person my dear sister is so utterly hung up on?
And? Did you get the answer?
Why
you
is
were
she
looking
British?
for?
That, my dear, remains to be seen.
These traces. Yang
There
and
was a
Shixia
boss
must have
battle.
left
Oh,
them when
okay.
they fought.
Yes.
Didn't go
but
so
no
well, did
signs
it?
of TDs now.
The mountain gate is just ahead.
I've been yapping about this story, man. I'm so upset. Ugh. Three giant worms. Oh, yikes. Okay. What's this? What's this about? Oh, is this like the gate to Mingzhou? Nice doggy door.
Let's press on. So that's Shuangfeng Hold.
It does look rather magnificent from here.
Gonna get some dinner? Yeah, I'm doing my story before I eat some food. Later, Con. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate you. Oh, Mason's here. I see you, Mason. You lurking. Pretty. God damn.
Only it's hard to tell if anything's wrong from this distance.
Which means we need to be even more careful.
That's the thing, is that I'm upset
So
about their
far,
story
so
because I expect them to write
Yeah.
great stories.
We haven't
I
run into
expect
any
them
of those
to
auto
meet the
puppets
bar
Zheng
they set
Liao
up for
mentioned
themselves
yet.
because they are really freaking
In
good.
any case,
They did
let's
so
make for
well with the
Chateau's
story up
yard
until this
first.
point
It's not far.
that,
That's
of course,
where
I have high
Shuangfang's
hopes
Ministry
for
of
the
Foreign
writing,
Affairs
so I'm
is
going to be
located.
extra let down
There
if
ought to
they
be some
don't meet that
clues there.
standard that they set.
You
And I
seem to know
understand
your way around
that's
here.
difficult, but like that's just writing, brother. That's just
Not
development.
really.
That's just creating
I've made
stuff,
a few
you know?
visits on business, but never ventured far. Shuangfeng
I'm gonna get
Hold
that
keeps
freaking
the
bird.
tightest security.
I'll get it.
Every visitor must pass through layers of screening. Not even a fly could get through without proper ID.
Like, create good stuff. People are going to have high
What if this
expectations for you.
incident
So when you
wasn't
make
an act
mistakes,
of
it's going to
nature,
have more weight when you do
but
that
a human
than
one.
is someone else who's writing
Then
garbage.
we watch our step.
That's just kind of, that's why Genshin can get away with writing garbage, because it's always been garbage. So no one expects much of it. So when they do something like half decent, everyone freaks out about it. But like if Wu writes something like by Gotcha Game's standards, the High Rise ending was perfectly fine. But by my personal standards for Kuro, because of their insanely good, insane writing, I'm just saying, I know you could have done better. I expect more of you because you did so well with the story up until this point. I had hopes that you were gonna continue doing like really well, and it's an effort to tell them, hey, you can still fix this.
There's no one
Please
here either.
go elaborate on like, give us closure for Lahaira before you completely move on. That's all I'm asking. We don't need like some big patch just about this. It just needs to be a little segue quest, just like a little companion story, little segue quest, little event quest. Just one singular moment, just one little thing to show us that all of this actually had an effect on Rover, and then continue that. Don't tell me that Rover's learned all these things. Show me she's learned it, because she's leaving Lahairoi in an instant without paying even a thought to, stopping to like say goodbye to all of them. If they didn't reach out, if Lucilla didn't tell her to go like set up and talk, it was only like 3 minutes, dude. They barely spent any time to say goodbye. It was so immediate. And I understand the situation in Jinzhou is pressing, and that's why I'm okay with it. That's fine. But like, we could have used that earlier. We could have sat down before the situation in Jinzhou got dire, before we knew about the problems. We could have like sat for a moment. I don't see that Rover's learned a single thing at all. She was ready to leave Lahairoi behind. She was ready to leave Imeth behind and all of her friends to save Jinzhou from a threat she barely knows about, because that's what she does. And that tells me that Rover hasn't changed a bit, because she's doing exactly the same thing she's always done,
Just as
even
I
though she went to
thought.
Lahairoi for the purpose
Our
of
terminal
being
comms
different
went
and
down
being
the
better.
moment we entered Xuanfang.
She didn't change. She was supposed to go there to change, and she didn't.
Here, take this.
What's that?
A pair of locators. Simple little things, really. They'll show us each other's position and vital signs. The
A
downside
pair of
is that there's
gaydars.
no
It's so you can
communication.
find my sister.
The situation here is unpredictable. We're together now, but there's no guarantee it'll stay that way.
Don't worry about it. They'll
Think of
just
it
help
as
you
a
find my
safeguard.
sister. Don't think about how.
To help us make the right
Huh,
call
they seem
when
to
it
be
matters most.
pointing at you. That's so weird. They must need to be recalibrated.
Just an old habit from my trading days. I always prepare for the worst. Still, think of it as a gift from me. Don't lose it, all right?
For a gift, it sure feels like a heavy one.
There should still be clues around Shaft Post Yard. Let's investigate.
So this is a Shuangfeng auto puppet. Structurally, it's nothing like the Twin Nova units at Star Torch. But the technical complexity is every bit their equal. Maybe more. And this blade mark.
Uh-huh. I guarantee it was Yang Yang. Yeah, that's Yang Yang. That's her blade mark. I know that. Yep, I played the character. That's Yang Yang. I can smell it all over it. It smells like Yang Yang. Light damage 34 units, moderate damage 67 units, severe damage. Shoots. Damn. She messed him up. What happened to her? Like, she's a 4-star and she just became 5-star. She's like, oh, let me lock in and just completely like shit on 200 bots. Is that the premise of the story? For those who don't know, like, Yang Yang is the character we're doing the story for right now, and she's a 4-star, right? She was part of the launch day story 1.0 basically, and we haven't seen her since. But she, like, I guess is getting a rewrite because she's like the face of the game and has a terrible story, so they're rewriting it and giving her more. And I guess the premise of this is just she locked in. She became a 5-star and got a complete rework. She's locked in, bro. She just got better.
This handwriting, could it be?
Yang Yang.
Find anything?
Yeah, it's her.
Take a look at this, Rover.
This writing. What's it say? I don't know how to read, Rover. Can you read this for me?
Where did this fog come from?
Sorry, I had beans and cheese earlier.
This is no ordinary fog.
Auto puppets! Is this an ambush?
These must be the little auto puppets Chisia's report mentioned.
It's an ambush.
Stay sharp. Let's take them out together. Fog is getting thicker.
Wow.
It's numbing my senses.
Soy, soy.
Can't see.
We need to stay close. Soy,
Legally
soy.
blind.
Damn it. Not good. Need to find a way out first.
I can't see shit.
Is that the mechanical bird from
Oh,
earlier?
thank God.
Looks like it's trying to show me the way. Let's see where it takes me.
A magical mechanical bird. It'll show you the way.
The disorienting fog is here too.
If you get that
Every road
reference.
back to Jinzhou is blocked. With only a city garrison, we won't last long.
Candy Mountain, Charlie. What's this? Who are you? Do we have another twink on the scene? No. I was gonna laugh. That was a dude.
Who's there?
Who are you? You're cool. You're holding the spear. I automatically like
Easy.
you.
I don't mean you any harm.
Are you a 4-star? Please be a 4-star.
You don't look like you're from Xuanfang. Who are you?
You are
Why
cool. I
are
like
you
you.
here?
I came to find someone from Jinzhou.
Jinzhou. So you came through the South
She wouldn't
Mountain
be because
Gate.
she's not on banner.
Does
She's gonna be
this
like
mean
either unplayable
Jinzhou
or
knows
a
what's
5-star.
happening here? Are you the reinforcements they sent? That name. I've heard it somewhere. Golden eyes, black hair, and a tacit mark on the back of your hand.
Boobs.
Could it be? You're the one from the Battle of Norfolk
And immediately
Barrens,
everyone who was
the
lurking
one
turned
who
to pay
fought
attention.
alongside General Jian and drove back the Threnodian Overthrax. Rover?
I'm here on behalf of Jinzhou's magistrate. Can you tell me what's happening in Xuanfang?
Yes. My name is Liang Yu, and I serve under Meng Zhou's Ministry of War as part
Hi,
of the
Liang
Xuan
Yu.
Triad. But now, I'm the only one left.
Damn. Oh, you guys got wrecked. Okay, I thought you were doing
3
better.
days ago, one of Xuanfang's censure courts detected tacit discord activity of unusual scale. An elite squad of wardens was sent to purge any remaining TDs. Standard procedure for the Ministry of War. But that day, the moment we stepped foot in the censure court, the auto puppet station there suddenly attacked us.
Yeah, like the TD outbreak in Racine.
No one saw it coming. The people of Xuanfang hold, especially the wardens. We all trust the auto puppets completely. There are
Yeah,
no
it's
tool
like
against tacit
the situation
discords,
that
and
happened
one
in
of the Sentinel's
Renacida.
creations, no less. By the time we realized what was happening, so many had already. My 2 fellow Triad squad mates didn't even have time to draw their weapons. Only a handful of us made it out alive. And now,
All the auto puppets are going rogue?
Rover, you've already been through a situation exactly like this one.
censure courts are meant to trap tacit discords, but they're useless now. Now they pour into our lands, and the Ministry of War cannot
But this is
keep
like
up.
what happened in Breath of the Wild.
And that's not all. The Warden Commander has sent countless requests to Mengzhou for reinforcements, but neither City Hall nor the Sentinel has answered.
Oh my God, the robots that humanity built to help them with other threats are now the threat themselves. Where have we seen
Every
that before?
road out of Xuanfang blocked by disorienting fog, the Wardens have no choice but to retreat to the hold. But that is no solution. Not even a poor one.
No one can leave the hold. Which means Yang Yang might still be inside. Have you run into anyone else from Jinzhou? Besides me?
You don't mean... There was a girl.
Yang
Yang
Yang.
Yang. Said she was an outrider for Jinzhou's Midnight Rangers. 2 days ago, during the civilian evacuation, she traveled with us.
Yeah.
That's her. Do you know where she is now?
No. She volunteered to draw a large group of auto puppets away so we could get the civilians into the hold. We lost her after that. I sent a few scouts to search the Eastern Chuan Peaks area.
She's dead. No,
We
not.
failed
She's
to
undead.
locate her trail.
She's not dead. Actually, that's not
I
true.
see.
This game does kill characters.
Another dead lead.
She could just imagine she like gets to
Do you
5-star
have
status.
anything
She
on
gets
you
like
that's
a
connected to
like
her?
a complete rewrite of her story, and then she just dies. You come back after being gone for 3 whole patches, and you just fucking die. Imagine.
Now that she mentions it, Soy Soy
That'd be
did
so
give
important.
me one of her
It's
letters.
so sad.
This
I mean,
is-
Denya got worse treatment than that, so.
I'm sure you have a terminal on you. One moment, I'll share the access.
Yep.
Xuanfang Hold has deployed Skywatch rings everywhere to monitor tacit Discord activity.
Uh-huh.
They can track frequency fluctuations left behind in different areas. As of this moment, we're lucky they're still working.
Yeah.
This letter carries her frequency. With that, we should be able to track some of her previous movements. I'll take you to the 4-chime shaft post. It has equipment that's connected to the Skywatch rings.
Okay.
Locator readings are normal. Soy Soy is safe for now. Like she said, the priority right now is finding Yang Yang. You said you traveled with Yang Yang?
That's right. She... Oh, while I'm at it, I'll unlock access to a cloud ride for you as well.
All right.
It's a type of transport vehicle.
Oh, God damn it.
Developed by Mon-Fri's
Of course.
Bashu Academy. Very useful for quickly navigating rough terrain. Since you already have a means of transportation, I'll just share the functions with you.
Thanks. Of course we're using the bike. Of course. I should have known. Wait. There we go. Hi. A protection? She's here. She's all around us. She's a ghost. Ooh. What? What is this? Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Father, mother, sister, Rover. I don't expect any of you to read these words. If anything, I'd rather say them to your faces. What I've been through here, and what I still have yet to face.
Did they change how she works? I don't think so. I think it's just been too long since I played. There we go.
Storm, hear my command.
You're kind of strong, aren't you?
Please.
Wait, I was beating it. Oh, come on, I was winning. I was gonna beat it.
should be far enough now.
For what? Oh, like just baiting away from the city. What do you do now,
This
young
way.
man?
Shizia will be safe.
Was she overclocked or something? What? Oh, does she have time stop powers? That's cool.
Liang Yu, these auto puppets, they seem...
Watch out!
What is this?
Oh,
Why are the auto puppets... Go. I will hold the rear.
Whoa.
Paragon Xingqiao, you... I will go back for the others. Do not worry. But...
Oh, is that her sister? Yeah. Wait, who is that?
Anyone still standing? With me! Push through! We have
What is
to get
happening?
word back to Xuanfeng Hold.
These voices. What
Bird. It's your sister. It's not your sister. What?
Why did it fly here? Ah, that's... Watch your Liang Yu. Someone's fighting the auto puppets over there.
At a time like this, how is that? Everyone, get in formation. Keep them away from the village.
She about got wrecked.
Hey, are you all right?
What's happening? What are we doing?
But in all these years, nothing like this has ever happened. Many still refuse to leave their homes.
They're emergency orders from the commander. Everyone outside the hold falls back inside.
Xuanfeng has always stood under the Sentinel's protection. How could this possibly?
How could this possibly?
I told you, we cannot reach the Sentinel right now.
Where am I?
A new Sentinel?
This place has...
Wait, are we talking about the same one or?
And you are...
Probably not the same one. Jue's brother. Probably also a dragon. I'm not reading all that. That's a lot of words. Bring it. Too bad I ain't reading them. We're being patient. I'm waiting. Come on. Show me the good stuffs.
Excuse me.
I don't want to stay on too long
you're
because
awake. You almost
I want my sister to
overclocked and
play
have been
so that she
unconscious
can
for
be as
hours.
upset about the story as
How
I
do you
am.
feel? Anything hurt?
I know she's gonna be pissed off too.
I'm fine. I just don't understand what's happening.
Name's Liang Yu.
That's a sucky thing, man.
I'm a
Like
Xuan
nobody else
Watcher
I
under the
know
Ministry
plays this
of War,
game.
stationed at
Nobody
Xuanfang
plays
Hold.
it. I'm the only
This
one.
is Xianling
So
Village,
when
the
I'm
foot
like
of the Eastern
super
Chuan
upset
Peaks.
about the story,
Most
I
folks
just
here
get
are
to yell
locals.
into the void about like being upset, but nobody understands it. Nobody gets it. Nobody else plays the story. The only ones that know about the story are the ones that I guess just watch all my Wuwa streams, so they kind of know what's happening. But like at the same time, no one's as passionate about the story in Wuwa as I am. Besides my sister, so I let her play it on my PCs so she can be
Xuan Watcher.
as into it as I am.
Xianling Village.
She's the only one that gets it.
Now, answer my questions.
I'm like sitting here
Who
talking
are
to her
you?
about how upset
Why
I
are
am about
you
it.
here? And why were you fighting the auto puppets?
I'm only upset because they set up high
Outsider
standards
under
for
Jinzhou's
themselves
Midnight
by
Rangers.
showing us they can write something truly amazing, and then just like
the recent disappearances in
just
Jinzhou.
didn't do it right. They just made a mistake. You know, they could have done better. That's all I'm saying.
My partner and
I know they can do
followed the
better.
trail
They showed
through
us
the
that they can
Dreaming
write
Cavern.
amazing
We
stories.
ran into a large swarm of tacit discords outside the mountain gate. But then it suddenly opened. To buy my partner time to escape, I went in alone to draw them off. What came after that, you already know.
Jinzhou. Folks going missing, tacit discords running wild, the gate opening by itself. Jinzhou hasn't been informed. Mengzhou won't answer. What is all this?
I thought the auto puppets of Xuanfang Hold were meant to aid soldiers against tacit discords. Why did they turn on the people?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's AI.
Nobody
It's
does.
a revolution. They're taking over. The robots, the clankers,
The
they're taking over.
Rebelled?
Yeah.
No one is willing to believe it.
It's those
The
damn
auto puppets are
clankers, man.
creations
What did
of
I tell
Mengzhou's
you?
Sentinel. Under no rightful circumstance should they ever spill the blood of innocents. And even if someone was pulling their strings, using them to throw Xuanfang into chaos, it's unthinkable. It would mean someone has the means to breach, maybe even unravel the Sentinel's own intelligence.
If this was all orchestrated from the shadows, then the only force I know that might be capable of such a thing is... Could this be the work of the Fraxidus?
I'm looking at those pinwheels, bro. I'm not even paying attention. I'm just looking at that. Ooh, kaleidoscope. Shapes and colors.
The Fraxidus? That
It's trippy
infamous
to look at.
terrorist organization? I can't say. At the very least, we have seen no one in red robes within these lands for a very long time. If only Chuochen Atelier
I'm only
could
half
send
paying
one or
attention.
two Helms Masters right now. No. Wishful thinking.
If only Zhojun Atelier could send jingle, jingle, jingle. One more to the Helms Masters right now. Jingle, jingle.
Georgian Atelier. Who are they?
A Mengzhou organization devoted to mechanist art. Nearly half the craftsmen in Mengzhou have ties to Chuochen Atelier. When it comes to mechanisms, they're second only to Sentinel Sheen and the Ministry of Development. But unlike the Ministry of Development or Huashu Academy, they don't answer to City Hall. Their leadership rarely shows itself. Now that Xuanfeng has lost contact with Mengzhou, whatever the truth may be, the safety of the people comes first. As for the missing travelers from Jinzhou, I'm sorry. The Ministry of War never received word of them, and in our current situation, I fear we cannot spare the manpower to assist your investigation.
Please don't apologize. I have no proof. But I can't shake the feeling that all of this is connected somehow. Besides, as comrades in arms, we should stand by one another. If if there's any...
Thank you. We are short of hands. Many of our soldiers were wounded in the clash with the auto puppets. They need time to recover. Once our scouts have mapped a safe route back to the hold, we'll escort everyone out of here.
Until then, I'll go check on the villagers.
Much appreciated.
The auto puppets could strike again at any moment. We need to get everyone to a safe rally point. And I should talk to the wardens to learn more about Xuanfang.
Your hand is in the door.
You mean... Young? I'm sorry, Auntie. We couldn't bring him home. Please, stay strong.
Damn.
Speeding up.
Place is pretty. We'll give it that. The bird's following me. I didn't know what that sound was. That bird is really loud. Right now you're not even touching the door.
Who is it?
Please hurry. The wardens want everyone gathered in the village square.
All right.
Sounds
I
more
understand.
pressing. Why don't
Shall
you?
we? Pack your things. We're going to Xuanfang Hold.
We're going inside the big walls? Then can I go see Uncle Cho?
We will not trouble Uncle Cho. He's very busy.
Sound more distraught. Why don't you?
Looks like this house is already empty. I've checked out most of the village.
Hell yeah. Let's crash in there.
Time to speak
And
with
have
the
a house
warden
party.
and see how things stand.
So you're the one who held off more than a dozen auto puppets on your own. That is no small feat. Liang Yu said
Small
you're an
feat?
outrider from Jinzhou. I should have guessed. The front lines against tacit discords do not breed ordinary soldiers. Only the finest make it there.
I wouldn't go that far. But those tacit discords I fought here, they were nothing like the ones I fought before. They were fast, vicious, like veterans tempered by countless battles.
For 2 centuries, Xuanfang's central courts have purged TDs within its borders. Anything that survived the auto puppets and generations of wardens would have to be brutal and cunning. Though to be fair, the auto puppets do the heavy lifting. We wardens mostly support them in combat. Back then, only a few people could face powerful tacit discords alone. The warden commander, the Swan Triad Watchers, and that elusive Swan Paragon. But now the auto puppets have turned on us. The Paragon is trapped in a censor court, and of the Triad, only Liang Yu remains. Even if we retreat to the hold, we still will not be able to stop what's coming.
Well...
It's okay. I don't need comforting. After decades in uniform, you learn to make peace with whatever may come. It is only... If you are willing, comrade, do us one favor. Look after Liang Yu. She has talent, but she is still young. Most days, the other 2 watchers kept her under their wing, like an older brother and sister. She saw them the same way. The battlefield has no place for tears, but any eye can see their deaths have left their mark.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't see marks on freaking Rover.
A leader cannot
Yeah, every other
afford to
character
show
learns their
weakness
lesson, but
before
for
the
some reason,
ranks.
Rover just
Yang Yu is
can't
too
get it
proud
through her
for that.
brain.
She will only bury it inside. You look to be about her age, and
She's
you're
an
not
alien.
Of the
She
Shuangfang
feels no
Wardens.
emotion. It has no regret.
So, she might open up to you.
She's here to save everybody and does not care about anything else.
Understood. I'll do what I can to help lighten her burden. It's clear she means a great deal to all of you.
Of course she does. She lost her parents young and was raised by the whole village. For us, it's hard not to think of her as our little sister. In any case, I leave it to you.
It's trying to lead me somewhere. Let's see where it goes.
Hello, child. What do you want?
You! How did you find me?
It was pretty easy.
Please, don't tell my family I'm here, okay? I was just going to the shrine. I remember, there's a sword there. If I take that sword, then maybe I can...
Well, aren't you a little champ?
This child. He's hiding something. Did something
We all
happen to
are.
him? I'd better keep following him for now.
If I have to, I'll take this sword.
Careful! That blade is sharp!
Leave me alone! I will slay those auto puppets and tacit discords. I will avenge my sister.
Aren't you cute?
Ling, why must you put yourself through this? Your little girl is
Yuki.
only 3.
It looks exactly
If
like
you
her.
go to war,
Forgive me, grandmother, but my mind
It
is
looks like
made.
Yuki.
My husband never came home. A Xuanling brought word that he was slain by tacit discords in the Gorges of Spirits. If I do not answer that blood with blood, then every vow we swore means nothing. Just think, he spent half his life painting Xuanfang's landscapes. How could I watch them be destroyed by tacit discords? Take this Liu Qin to Mengzhou and pawn it. It should fetch enough to see you both through for a time. Once this war is over, I will return to Mengzhou for you. Xuanling. So you birds already know what will happen, don't you? If you do, then go. Take nothing with you. Let it all be buried here. You are the solace people cling to. The bridge between hearts. Do not become an ill omen in their eyes. Do not be messengers of death. Fly. Leave this place. Leave. Before it turns into hell.
Yan! You foolish child! What are you doing here?
Big sister?
That's your sister? God.
What was that just now?
Are you well, young maiden? You look a bit dazed.
She's seen some shit.
You were the one speaking with Liang Yu earlier.
Yes, I am Jian Gun, the village chief. I have watched over Liang Yu since she was just a child.
Chief, if I may ask, what is this sword enshrined here?
A nameless sword. And because it bears no name, it belongs to every soul who fought in that battle. 200 years ago, the fortress in the gorgeous war tore through Xuanfeng. Not only did Mengzhou send its great armies, but most of Xuanfeng's own sons and daughters also took up arms to defend their home. I was not yet born in those days. I know only what the
My
elders
sister's
told
at
me.
Denya's part of the story.
They
Oh
spoke
god.
of a battle so ghastly that the sky itself ran red. For every 10 who went to war, scarcely one returned alive. This sword was found among the ruins of that battle. Its owner is unknown, but this much is certain. The one who wielded it died
I feel like this is the first time since Renacida where I've been like kind of just uninterested, you know?
When the war ended, those who had taken refuge in Mengzhou
It's interesting.
slowly made
Like
their way home.
I want to
This
give
shrine
it
was raised in the memory of the heroes who
credit
fell.
like I always do with everything, but like man, it's rough.
That woman I saw, was she going to join the Fortress and Gorgeous War? Was that the sword's memory? Or...
All right.
Little Yan, I understand his heart. He and Jingjie were always so close. We thought those days belonged to the ashes of history. And yet, this land must suffer a new calamity.
Even so, we cannot simply sit and wait. It all comes down to what we do. At least for now, there are still things within our power. Chief, I believe this sword isn't just a monument to the fallen. It may also give people the courage to walk forward even in the face of death.
Well spoken. Now you make me sound like a bitter old fool. Would you do an old man a favor? Take this sword and pass it to Liang Yu. Let the wardens carry it back to the hold. Tacit discords scour the land bare. A sword is but iron and steel, but it is still part of Xuanfeng's legacy. I would see it kept safe.
Of course, Chief. Let me speak with Liang Yu.
You had the right of it, Yang Yang. The auto puppets were a gift from the Sentinel, and for 200 quiet years we have leaned upon that gift. And yet, it comes down to what we do.
Wait, if my sister's at Denya's story, she saw the conclusion of iMath. Was I just asleep for that? I might have just like knocked out. Since she doesn't have a PC to play on, she plays on mine. And sometimes like I'll usually just lay on my bed and watch from behind, you know, while she plays. And just kind of like do my own thing. I guess sometimes I knocked out and she probably finished a good bit of the story while I was knocked
The
out.
Chief was right.
So I don't remember where she
I
was.
should go talk to Liang Yu.
She really did all that
Where
while I
did
was
she
out?
go?
Damn. I know she did Hyuki's, I just didn't know she got that far. She must have already done iMaths. I want to hope to finish this today, but like if I can't,
it's you.
I do want to have time to let my
Do you
sister
need
play
something?
this.
The scouts have not yet returned, but we cannot wait.
I'm gonna
much
try and
longer.
finish this today. If I can't, I'll just try and finish tomorrow.
Once everyone is gathered, we move.
I
Wanna
met the
just get
village
through
chief
this.
just now. He wishes for this sword to be kept with the Xuanfeng wardens.
A sword? At a time like this? Retreat will be dangerous enough. I'd ask everyone only to protect themselves and those beside them, not cold steel.
Then I will carry it myself, for for now.
Fine. Do as you see fit.
I also never properly thanked you for saving me, and for giving me a room to rest.
It's nothing. I've not stayed in this village for years. The house was sitting empty.
So it was your home.
Just an old house. Soon enough, this village may be flattened by tacit discords. Nothing left but rubble. Houses can always be rebuilt. But the dead do not come back.
Then let's focus on those who are still alive.
Is there something else?
Let's talk.
There is nothing to say.
Any other time, I wouldn't press you. But Liangyu, we're soldiers. We have our duties. This is no time to indulge ourselves. My forte allows me to catch the messages the wind carries from far away. It's useful, convenient. It lets me notice, in places no one looks, that someone is waiting for a hand to reach out to them. But sometimes, I hate it. The echoes of tragedy, the aftershocks of disaster. Everything is already over and done with. There is nothing left I can change, and yet it forces me to listen. Even now, those sounds make my heart clench. It's all right. I know. Because I've already heard it.
I am afraid to look them in the eyes. I know what they're all waiting for, because I am waiting too. Waiting for someone to step forward. Du Zhong and Qingzhi were that kind of person. Xuan Watchers or not, they would have made great commanders. And yet they died. And I was the one who lived.
Oh yay, Survivor's Guild.
If only I had seen it. Just a few seconds sooner. If my life could buy back theirs, I would.
Better? It helps a little, saying it out loud, doesn't it? I think you don't need anyone to tell you what to do. You already know. You're only afraid you won't do it well enough, because some mistakes cannot be undone. But even so, sometimes we just have to go through with it, don't we?
Was that how you all felt too? During the Battle of Norfolk Barrens?
Yeah.
I can't speak for anyone else, but by the end, my mind was blank. I fought on instinct, on the will to stay alive. We only won that battle because so many stood with us. And back then, there really was someone who stood in front of me. In front of all of us.
Rover.
But I also know she won't always be there. If I only ever chase someone else's shadow, I'll never truly move forward. I hope next time she and I meet, I'll be able to stand beside her, not behind. The situation as Shuangfeng Hold is still uncertain, but as I said before, the streams brought me here, so the only thing I can do is...
You're right. Whatever comes, I have a duty to fulfill.
By the way, that song earlier.
Song? Oh. Did I hum it aloud? It's a little tune. My mother taught it to me when I was little. I never learned all of it. They say the written score was lost 200 years ago. Now all people remember is a half-forgotten tune.
I see.
You knew this tune before? Or did you memorize it just from listening once?
I just thought that it might help everyone breathe a little.
That doesn't answer the question.
Maybe it did. You certainly sing it better than I do.
Just doesn't answer the question.
Watcher Liang Yu, a Skywatch ring has detected auto puppets moving this way. They will reach Xiangling village in about 2 hours.
Then we have no time to waste. If the scouts still haven't reported back, we'll have to move and scout as we go.
I'll go. Scouting is part of an outrider's duties, and my forte can help me avoid danger.
Okay. Here are the coordinates for the garrison camp outside the city. There will be people waiting there to receive you. I will have the officer in charge unlock...
Yeah. Hi.
I was expecting you. Hand me your terminal. It's a joint project of Mengzhou's. If you're heading to the camp,
you get
the
cloud
Eastern
rides.
Swan
Yeah,
Peaks
yeah,
are...
it's the same as the bikes from Highway.
Speeding up. First, I need to get a sense of the terrain. Better find a vantage point.
Oh god. Oh Jesus. Oh, we got stuck. Oh lord. Oh no. Wait, what happens if I fall down? Oh. Okay. Yeah, the bikes are real tank sometimes. Skyward slingshot to launch yourself down. Yeah. I don't see it. I don't see it. There it is. Oh my god. It's so janky. Bro. Is it because I'm just going the wrong way? Oh. It's just because I'm going the wrong way. Okay. Right. Write it. Why won't you go up? It's not working. Yeah, let's go. Just I can do it myself. There we go. Oh, you want me to run? Okay. Sick. Well, you could have just said that. Are we Assassin's Creed syncing? Yeah, we are. Not done this before.
Path over there should avoid most of the auto puppets. Worth taking a look.
Okay.
Over there, rogue auto puppets. They're really closing in. I have to move faster.
Yeah, so what are we standing around for? Let's go.
This must be the disorienting fog that Warden mentioned. Visibility's too low. We'll have to find a way around. That must be the garrison camp Liang Yu mentioned. Looks like there are still soldiers there. I need to make haste.
Yeah, let's go. We're still standing around. Let's go.
Against the winds.
I use my glider. No, okay.
The cloud ride. It's easier to handle than I expected.
It's not.
Chuzia would love this. I wonder if she made it out safely. I'd best hurry.
I'm probably gonna look up. Freaking leaving the quest here. What do you mean?
Beware, auto puppets. Not many of them. I might be able to end this quickly. Speeding up. Hey!
Ha!
Let the winds roar.
Alright, damn.
Speeding up. Speeding up.
Speeding up.
Beware. Chase the shapeless. Those are Xuanfang wardens. Liang Yu scout. No sign of...
They're dead.
Too many.
Let's get them.
Engaging them would cause too
No,
much noise.
I want to beat him. I can do it.
Need to find another way.
I want to fight him though. I can beat him. Trust me.
Speeding up.
Come on. Just pull straight to the end. All right. Didn't need the other ones.
Halt! Who goes there? Identify yourself.
So Watcher Liang Yu sent you to map a route. Good. We've been waiting a long time.
Also, I found scouts along the way. They're already...
I see. Thank you for telling me. No time to lose. We must... Good work.
I hope everyone makes it through safely.
Excuse me, miss. If it's not too much to ask, could you let her carry a letter for me?
You mean
Sure.
I've been away from home for many years now. I asked every soldier in the hold, but they all say that under these circumstances, every Rafter-kite must be reserved for military reports.
It's all right.
Thank you.
I hope the first thing his family sees is not this letter, but the man himself returning home. Father, sister said she'd come visit Jinzhou soon. Maybe I should, if nothing else. I can put the clues in order. Perhaps it'll...
I'm trying to get through this.
Since entering somewhere along the way, a mechanical bird began to follow me. The locals call it a rafter kite. They say it was modeled after a spirit bird that once dwelt in Xuanfang. It is remarkably clever. Now and then, it seems to lead me to places. In Xianling village, I met Liang Yu. She is young, yet she already holds the title of Xuan Watcher. She told me of the chaos that has swept across Xuanfang. Her squad mates were slaughtered in a censure court. Something in her reminds me of who I once was. If I can, I will lift some of the weight off her shoulders. The auto puppets meant to purge tacit discords have gone rogue. They now attack the people. I can't prove it yet, but something tells me this isn't just a malfunction. It's deliberate.
It's the Fraxidus.
Someone's behind it.
It always
The
is.
Xuanfang Hold's comms have been cut. The wardens are barely holding the line
Something's
against both
making it so
auto
that
puppets
the
and tacit discords.
auto puppets are going
No one has
rogue.
the time or
But
strength
it's
to
not
find
just
out
them
what's really
malfunctioning.
going on.
It's like someone's
If only I
controlling
could
them.
gather
Who
some
could it
clues
be?
through the streams.
Maybe it's that villain group that shows up at every plot contrivance.
Really? None of them managed to... Yang, thanks to you, we slipped past the auto puppets and TDs. We were blessed to make it with no losses.
As long as everyone is safe.
The hold is just ahead. Once we catch our breath, I'll have the guards clear passage and escort everyone inside. As for your case, the commander has been collecting intelligence by Rafter Kite. Once we reach him, we can decide our next steps together.
Understood. And with any luck, Mengzhou may already have reinforcements on the way.
I hope that is the case. next?
What's happening? Oh, more vision stuff. Okay. Oh, you just get attacked?
We should have avoided all of them. Fire the signal! Rally the hold support!
Oh shit.
Ugh, they're too fast. There's no time. Battle lines! Cover the civilians! Buy them time to fall back!
That won't hold. We're outnumbered 3
See,
to 1.
that's how you sound
The
more
line
pressing.
will break.
Yang Yu, one of us has to stay behind to hold them off.
Then let me stay.
Liang Yi, you are our captain now. Don't lose sight of that. I'll play decoy and draw them away. Trust me, I've done this before.
There are too many for one. If you ask me, we need 3. At least 3.
You! Watch her, Liang Yu. The hold is answering our signal.
Liang Yu, I'm not making it. Go.
Stay calm, Liang Yu. You must stay calm. Make the right call. So everyone gets to.
Yanlang, Mingyu, go to help Yang Yang. Everyone else fall back! Stay in formation, fall back as fast as you can!
Yes!
I need to lead these autobots another way.
Puddle breakdown. Puddle breakdown.
Hold off as long as you can. Well, I mean, I could do this all day, so.
No one can hold that many alone. Don't
But,
let them
like,
surround you.
you're not exactly gonna beat me.
Puppets better than anyone. There's no way we let a Jinzhou Midnight Ranger bait them off by herself.
You. Thank you. Both of you.
Okay. What else? Because they're easy. They're easy, bro.
Shape the shapeless.
Puddle breakdown. Puddle breakdown.
Beware.
Can I just? Oh, I can just go. Okay, I don't have to.
Speeding
Fight.
up.
I was gonna say, how long does this go?
Let the winds roar.
Huh?
Mingyu! Damn you! Die!
It's finally over.
I'm sorry. If I'd only gotten here a little sooner.
Now you sound just like little Liang Yu. I'm alright. Just need to rest. Some rest and I'll be fine. A pity. That boy in you. Quite a few girls had taken a shining to him.
It seems like a lot of boys take a shining to him too. Whoa, okay.
Where am I? Zenaro. But how did I...
Is it over? Xuanling, tell me. Yuan Fortress, did it stand? Please, I still had things I wanted to say.
She turns into a bird. She's a bird.
Speeding up.
Are you all right?
I think I can't feel my legs. Where?
Don't know.
They're dead.
We held off the first wave.
Hey, Xuanling, do you think we'll win this?
Either way, I'm afraid neither of us will live to find out.
Xuanling, thank heavens. You didn't all go. Go now. The village is already promised me. Go and see if there's still anyone. Take them away. Away from here.
Why? Why? I don't want to die. I can't die! My brothers and sisters, my parents, my wife and children, they're all waiting. Tacit discord! Tacit discord! Those cursed, wretched tacit discords! Killing you 100 times. No.
Damn.
1,000 times would never be enough!
It reminds me of Renacita. It feels a lot like Renacita. She's a bird. Damn, they're all getting wrecked. I farm these things for resources.
how many battles have been fought in this place.
Too many.
And how many more are still to come? They just keep flooding in.
Tinnitus. Okay. We're just walking.
Don't cry.
Oh, we hit the 3 hour
Don't
mark.
cry.
Well, we should almost be done now.
Let the swan ring hear your song. And they'll come. They'll come to take you home.
Another wave of tacit discords will be here any moment. Good. Then we have arrived at the right time. Our orders are to reinforce the Western Second Front. Fellow artisans, ready the blade puppets. George Atelier has poured years into this generation of blade puppets. There is no better test than real combat. Yuan Fortress was built by the Ministry of Development and George Atelier. It is the pinnacle of human intellect.
Yes, sir!
Okay. Freaky.
George and Atelier. Now you mentioned them. A Mojo organization devoted to the mechanist arts.
Excuse me?
I'm back?
Xuanfang is not exactly peaceful these days, young lady. This ground is dangerous. It would be wiser not to linger here.
Sir, that advice applies just as well to yourself. Wouldn't you agree?
Whoa, your eyes are weird.
Oh, my apologies. I misjudged you. You carry a military blade, so you are a soldier, I take it. It's only that your face is new, and you do not dress like one of the wardens.
I'm with the Jinzhou Midnight Rangers. Why I've come to Xuanfang? It's a long story. Not for this place. Since you've questioned me, perhaps you can offer your own name and identity in return. As you said, this place is not exactly peaceful. A civilian wandering alone through these mountains is unusual, to say the least.
Of course. My name is Mu Yu. I am an artisan under the Xuanfang Ministry of Development. If you do not trust me, I have my badge with me. Yesterday, on orders from the Ministry of War, I went to a nearby censure court for routine maintenance. But before I even made it inside, I watched the auto puppets go rogue. They attacked the wardens escorting me. I was fortunate. I lived, but I had to retreat deep into the cliffs. Only once I was certain the auto puppets had moved on did I dare come back out. Then I found you here, looking rather shaken. Judging by the area around us, you must have endured quite a battle. Did you fight all these auto puppets yourself? Remarkable.
There's something about this man. Since
I don't
you're
know,
a
he's just a
Ministry of
little
Development
weird.
artisan, let me escort you back to the hold.
This is no time to return to the hold. I must get to the Western Fang Peaks now. I must not dally.
The Western Fang Peaks. Why? What's there?
The Western Fang Peaks houses the Skyworks, Xuanfang's largest auto puppet production plant and tacit discord disposal facility. If that place falls, rogue auto puppets and tacit discords will spill into every corner of Xuanfang. The consequences are unthinkable.
Well, let's go
In
there
truth,
right now.
When I reviewed the patrol routes of the auto puppets days ago, auto puppets are self-operating machines. At first, I assumed a few
Implied
units
by
had
their
suffered minor faults in their circuits after fighting tacit discords. But now it seems the rebellion may have started from there. And the point where all those rogue units
I
paths
bet you we're gonna
converged
see one of the Fraxidus members. I guarantee.
So you
We're
suspect
going to see one of the Fraxidus
the
members.
answer to why the auto puppets went rogue
Anytime
might be
anything
there.
ever goes wrong, it's always them. Oh, is that Abdo? That's a name I haven't seen in a while either.
We still don't know why the auto puppets malfunctioned. If, as you
What's
say,
up, Abdo?
auto puppets and tacit discords have gathered at the Skyworks, then how do you stay safe if you go there
How's
alone?
summer faring for you? It's been bullying me. It's been hot as hell.
The Xuanfang artisans spent generations crossing mountains and valleys. That is how the hold was built. I have inherited a measure of that nerve. Besides, Xuanfang is now on a knife's edge. Everyone thinking only of their own survival is hardly a wise strategy. But still, young lady from the Midnight Rangers.
20.
Your
There's like 20
skills are
mosquitoes in. Oh
extraordinary.
god, dude.
Were you to
Yeah,
come
I
with
remember
me,
living in California.
perhaps
and
my
having
safety would
mosquitoes
be
everywhere.
much less
Thankfully,
of a concern.
my area doesn't have a whole lot of them, because I don't have like any standing water around, so there isn't really anywhere for them to be. You know.
The disappearances in Jinzhou also began around that same time. I can't ignore this lead.
I get a lot of beetles and spiders though. A crap
Whether
load
he's
of
telling the
spiders.
truth or not,
It's not a lot of mosquitoes.
I can't just leave this man on his own. All right, I'll go with you.
Honestly, I would rather take mosquitoes over spiders.
Excellent. Then let's not waste another second.
But the ruins of Yuan Fortress lie between the eastern and western Fang peaks. How do you plan to get there?
That is no problem. This is the entrance. The fortress has been abandoned. No autopup.
Yes, thank you.
Sonorosphere? Oh, we're in 2D. Why? Did I stop streaming every day? Yeah. I mean, I've just not been streaming lately because it's been so hot.
Correct.
But I don't stream every day
When that
anymore.
war
I just
erupted,
do
tacit
Monday through
discord
Friday.
swept into Xuanfang. The main battlefield was this fortress, built by Meng Zhou in earlier days against these monsters.
Those symbols and the mechanisms.
It's just recently I
The
haven't been
construction
because I
was
don't have AC
overseen
in
by
my house
both
and
the
it's been hot
Ministry
as
of
balls.
Development and Zhuo Jun Attelier's Grand Helm. It would be strange if the
Camera, are
Attelier's
we gonna
monks were not
follow?
here.
You gonna follow me?
The Yuan Fortress battlefield. Even after all these years, it still feels
Oh, you
so...
just didn't see me streaming? Yeah, I just haven't been streaming lately.
The tide of tacit
It's been too hot.
swelled relentlessly.
If my
Meng Zhou's
house had
Sentinel,
AC,
Sheen the
it wouldn't be a
Moonfall,
problem, but I don't have
concluded
AC.
that the fortress alone would not withstand their onslaught. So she turned to powers beyond mortal understanding. With the authority of her station,
I've been on sort of a
she
break.
raised Xuanfang Hold atop the ruins of Yuan Fortress. It was meant to be the apex of automata mechanics. Once complete, as the Sentinel envisioned, its very architecture would redirect and eliminate tacit discords. A mechanism so vast, so intricate, so perfectly ordered, that no mortal hand could ever hope to build it.
They were using themselves as bait, luring tacit discords into the censure cages.
Against a tacit discord outbreak, the forces stationed in the fortress and the Atelier's blade puppets were little more than straw and mud.
And yet, because of them, so many others were spared. This damage, it isn't just from tacit discords. It looks more like some kind of explosion.
And it seems you do not know how the fortress and
I've been
gorgeous
more
war
so
truly
focused on my
ended.
YouTube lately and
That
like
is to be
trying to get
expected.
artwork done. So I haven't been
Even
streaming as
now,
much
to
since
most
it's
of
been hot.
Mengzhou, it is little more than a memory of suffering.
Streaming means I gotta have my door closed, which means there's no way to get the heat out of my room, and it just gets way too friggin' hot in here.
And
At
they
least if I can have my
realized that
door
no amount
open,
of
which
human
I
effort
don't
could
while I'm
ever
streaming
drive
because I
back
live
the
with
tacit
people. So,
discords.
you know, if I'm loud
When every
and
hope
my
was
door's
exhausted,
open, they gotta
every
hear that.
option spent, Mengzhou's last defenders detonated the entire Yuan
But like I kind of
fortress.
need it open so the hallway air can blow in and at least cool off my room some.
After that, a higher will descended upon Xuanfang and brought that gruesome war to an end.
See if Sorrow's out soon. Is it free DLC or is it paid? Who am I kidding? It's Silk Song. It's probably free. I don't know. I mean, I still didn't get around to finishing Hollow Knight. I still have to finish Radiance.
What went wrong? Weapons? Mobility? Or is it...
We did play Repo. I don't know if you saw that. Still gotta make a video for it, but we did play it. Yeah, we played Repo. You missed it. We'll probably play it again.
Oh, fascinating. The most uncontrollable part of a person, remade into the stepping stone toward perfection. Is that not putting it to its best use?
What's Wuha even about? That's a really loaded question.
What is it, young lady? The Skyworks lies just ahead.
That's a really loaded
question.
question.
For the Auto Puppets Rebellion.
Your right eye.
This eye? Pay it no mind. An old wound left by a tacit discord years ago. Nothing more.
This encounter, was it during the Fortress and Gorges War?
It is cyberpunk, now this. What do you mean? That wasn't cyberpunk.
Interesting. You couldn't have known me before.
Just because something has machines doesn't make it
Xuanfang
cyberpunk.
knows the particulars of my past.
When people speak, they always try, without knowing, to hide what they leave unsaid. Unfortunately, I'm very good at seeing it.
Cyberpunk is distant future controlled by corporations that are corrupt. Cyberpunk's not exclusive to having like mechanics. Oh, you mean like they did a collab? Yeah, they did a collab.
Oh,
Well, the collab had nothing to do with the actual game story. That didn't have anything. That was just a collab.
So then, I assume you saw something.
It doesn't have
that's
anything to
normal.
do with the actual story.
200 years ago, you were with Georgia Atelier.
Georgia Atelier. Even now, the name elicits.
Yeah, it was a collab. That doesn't mean that's what the story's about. That was just a little thing.
A so-called gathering of geniuses, eccentrics, and madmen. Sophisticated. In the eyes of a higher will, what difference is there between the wisest human beings and the cleverest colony of ants? The destination lies plainly within sight, and yet the Sentinel only watches from a lofty perch as the ants line up and march in circles. Meaning, fire has burned in this world so long, the world has forgotten how the fire began. The first flame was stolen from the gods by none other than human hands.
You're the one behind all of this.
I'm
I
not
guarantee he's a
behind
Fraxidus member.
Please do not demote me into one of those dull schemers.
Yeah, there it
The sort
is.
you've likely heard of. The Fraxidus.
Yep. God damn it. I called it like in
I am
2
simply
hours
finishing
ago.
a research project. To do that, one requires experiments for supporting evidence.
You can save that speech with the Ministry
Whoa.
of War.
You take a shit and you don't have toilet paper? Fraxidus.
I am a man
You
who
stub your
values
toe?
efficiency.
Fraxidus.
To waste even
Anything
one
ever
second on
bad
anyone
happen
or
to you?
anything
Fraxidus.
unrelated to my purpose would already
That's
be
them.
excessive. I only revealed myself to you here
Can you
because
find
I determined
footage?
it was
Everything's
necessary.
on my YouTube, brother. Should be in my collabs playlist.
You lavish so much attention on others, and so remain stubbornly blind to your own nature. Pitiful.
Yeah, all of my collabs are
The
on
way
YouTube.
you live
You can
is no
find full
different
VODs
from
there without
burning
ads.
a chain for kindling and boiling a crane for broth. I can sense it. The reverberations formed from your frequency are the perfect medium. The one I have long sought. 100.
I'm pretty sure my audio
1,000 ordinary
was like missing from
reverberations could
most
not
of it,
compare
but I think
to
you can find the full VOD from the other two, or the other, one of the others. I'll have to find it for you.
From the moment
I had like
you
a
left,
thing where
you've
nobody
done
was
nothing
there for
but
that
talk
VOD,
at
and I didn't
yourself.
realize I was muted. So all of the audio can be heard except for mine.
I don't understand
like,
what you're saying.
half of the
and I
whole
don't
VOD.
care to.
Yeah, I just had none of my audio for that, so like
But I do know
it
this.
sucks.
The wind will not carry these words anywhere.
When I make a video from it, I have to use the
Your
audio of
madness ends
my
here.
friend's VOD so I can like parse it together. But I didn't know I was muted and nobody was there to tell me that. So is there more of this? I have things to do today, so I don't want to stay around too long. Oh, I pick a line. That's cool. I don't know what that means. I guess like pick a storyline. Alright, well it seems like there's more to this, so I don't have time for it today, but I do want to cover it eventually. Wait, who's on banner? Did I even look? Oh yeah. Yang Yang and then Lene. I pulled Lene. I have a 10 pull. Ooh, I could pull for Gion real quick before I go. Where did I get all these pulls from? Need to hear my voice, so what do? I guess you just wait for the video to come out. Because like I forgot my audio was pretty much missing through the whole VOD. Unless I can find it on their channels, maybe. I don't think so. They don't stream to YouTube. And it's probably deleted from the others on Twitch because Twitch doesn't keep VODs. Yeah, you'll probably just have to wait for when I make the video. Or when one of the others does. Because they haven't made theirs yet either. What? Huh? Okay. I didn't think I was gonna pull a 5-star today.
Opening greeting. Foul spirits be gone. All safe and sound.
Why do you hate me? Is he even gonna show up? Can I get 2? Can I have Gion? Because like I missed 3 of the other banners because of bad luck.
Boss,
I've
what
already
match
maxed
do you
her
seek
up.
answers for today?
You're not even gonna give me Gion? Alright. Whatever. My sister pulled half as many times as I did and got 4 5 stars. So, I mean, the luck difference is crazy. Is this game pay to win? No. Well, you can pay to win, but like it's an offline single player game, so I don't think there really is pay to win. If the game can be completed and farmed without spending money, then yes. It's a gacha game, brother. Yeah, if you want to shell out thousands of dollars on characters to make you stronger, you can do that.
Tell me.
Do you
what
need to? Absolutely
bothers
not.
you?
I play free to play, so.
Look, a laser sword.
God damn it, man. Yeah, something tells me you've probably never played a gacha game before. I wouldn't start if I were you. This game genre has a desperate need for regulation from its players. If you play a gacha game, my only advice is don't spend money on anything unless you have it to spend. And you know, if you want to, my philosophy for spending money on games is don't spend more than you think the game is worth. And that goes for basically anything, but especially gacha games because they are gambling games. You don't just get the characters and play them. You have to be lucky and pull them. And I just failed. Yeah. I failed my 50-50. So thankfully I'm free to play, so it means nothing. But yeah. You tried Genshin. Well, yeah, basically that. Basically that, but better. Ooh, I can change my bike color now. That's cool. Interesting. Well, I guess I should change the color of all the other stuff. Let's do that one. Yeah, that looks nice. All right. There's more to this, and I have things to do today, so I will have to dip. But I mean, I already said my piece on like the story so far. I already talked about it for like an hour and a half, or like probably like 2 hours. If they're just going to leave Lahairoi the way it is, I'm gonna have an issue with that. I already kind of do, because it sounds like they're not going to give us closure for what happened in Lahairoi. And it seems like nothing of what happened in the story has any effect on the main character. And that bothers me because the main character, the whole reason she's there, the whole reason anyone goes to Lahairoi is to come away from it better and different. You don't go there and then like walk away from Lahairoi like being the same person. That's kind of how, like, that's the whole point. That's the whole story. The whole moral of it is that, like, you know, just there's a bunch of morals to it, and yet despite the character admitting that she knows all these things, none of her actions actually track with what she's saying. You can tell me you understand this stuff, but you don't actually do any of it. So I have no reason to believe that any of it actually matters to you, because you're not doing anything to show me that you actually know any of it. You know? You know it's there, you just don't know that it means anything, or you don't care. So like, yeah, it just, it's rough. I was expecting a lot more out of the story, but it is what it is. Hopefully they fix that, but we'll see. Imagine I got 2 back to back there. That would have been great. That would have been super cool, but no, why would we do that? At least they're giving out a lot of pulls. As long as I farm, I could probably get Gion pretty easy. It's just going to take all of my pulls to get him. But alright, I think that's all I have time for today. I gotta eat dinner, do laundry and stuff while my sister plays Wuwa. I want to see what she thinks of the recent updates, so I'm gonna let her play. And oh my god, she's gonna hate it as much as me. She's gonna like the character stories and then get to the end and be upset just like me. Like, everything up until the end was amazing, was spectacular. The story was fantastic, 10 out of 10, but the ending just lacks all of the closure that it needed, and that's the only reason I'm upset. Everything up until that point was stellar, and then they just dropped the ball. And all they needed to do was give us a singular, like, an hour of just like you know, them discussing everything that happened, talking about stuff and actually feeling things and doing human things, because scars don't heal completely. They're always there. And yet we don't see any scars on Rover. She tells us they're there, but she doesn't actually like act on any of that. We see it with every other character that's going through stuff, but I guess Rover is not allowed to feel. She's not allowed to be unique like all of the other characters. And I really, really, really wish they would let her. I don't know why they're so scared of letting Rover be her own unique character. I know they can write her better, and they just haven't. I'm really waiting for them to do it, but I'm kind of convinced that like they don't want to. I don't know. It seems like that's where they're wanting to go with Rover, and then they just don't like actually lean into it, you know, completely. They always like dodge, they always dance around the bush. They don't commit. You know, is she going to be a person? Are we like developing her character? Are scars going to affect the way she is? Is she ever going to change and learn and adapt? Or is she just going to be the way she is forever? Because I don't know. She found her surrogate adopted daughter, saved her from the ends of the earth. Like, she was practically dead, and then we saved her. We went to like another plane of existence and pulled her out of it, just for her to basically just move on like it didn't happen. That's not how things work. That's no normal person is going to walk away from something like that unaffected without having to talk about any of it. Like that's not a normal thing to do. That's so weird. It makes me feel disconnected with the way that with the story, because like, you know, it's just a real person would feel real things and talk about that, but they haven't spared a single moment to address any of what just happened, to like actually process it, you know? So it's like I just don't see that it actually has a real effect on any of the characters, because Rover doesn't seem to care. She seems to be completely unaffected by everything that happened. I don't know, it just makes the emotional beats just hit less than they could have if they leaned into a little bit more. But that's all I have time for. Hopefully we'll finish this soon. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I'll have time. What temperature is it going to be tomorrow? Oh, it's about like the same as today. Okay, well then I'll probably have time for tomorrow's stream. Then we'll most likely finish what we did today tomorrow, and get that done. And then let's see what else I got. On Sunday, I'm going to be working on my video that I did with Shelly. So hopefully I'll have that done soon. And then after that one is Repo. So I'm going to have one video put out first, and then I'll do Repos. Repo is going to take me a while because I didn't have my audio. So I got to parse together multiple VODs. So it's going to make it take 10 times as long. That's why I've been kind of waiting to do it, because it's going to suck. But I'm going to try and make it work. If it doesn't, I'll scrap the project and hopefully do another collab with them again. I mean, hell, if I can't make that one work, then it's whatever. I'll just make another VOD. We'll just go do another one. Yeah, no audio for an hour and a half is crazy, right? Yeah. Well, I just didn't know I was muted. If I did, I would have fixed it. We found out later in when one of them pulled up my VOD and told me I was muted. But like nobody stopped by, so I never found out until like an hour and a half in, which was pretty much the entire VOD. I mean, we can always just play again, you know. It's not a big deal. I can make more content. I've always got more stuff, you know. It's like it's not like it's a sponsored video or anything. It was just a night of Repo. We can just do another one. It's whatever. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I'm off. I will be on tomorrow most likely. I'll let you guys know. If not, yeah, we'll have to find out. Oh, when am I gonna play again? I mean, I always post to my Discord. You just gotta stay updated. I'm always posting in there. I got an announcement tabs for everything. I ping people, you know. So make sure you're in that. I ping constantly. So if you ever want to know what I'm up to, I post in there all the time. Anyway, you have a wonderful night, Abdo. Good to see you around. Glad you're still hanging around. Hopefully, summer's been nicer to you than it has been for me. Doesn't sound like it since you're getting attacked by mosquitoes. It is what it is. I'll see you around soon, hopefully. Yeah, I think that's it. It's not. Dude, summer sucks. I can't wait for it to be over. We got 1 month left. 1 month left, Abdo. We're almost done. It's almost over. All right, take care of yourself, buddy.